Yes, come on, people. It's just another Manic Monday. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by special guest, Lola, an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, what's up? Actually, Arsenal fan, yeah.
I'm joined by another Arsenal fan, Dave. Dave in the building.
Wagwan people. Wagwan fam, innit?
We move up north to Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
Man, I hope you had a great bank holiday weekend. Sun was shining. Carnival was on fire. The weather was there. People having a good time. I just need my team to buy a midfielder. That's all I need in my life. And remember to follow the buzzards, people. Don't forget that.
Follow the buzzards. And I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
3 points, guys. We're off the mark. We're on the.
Is the kit finally out?
Oh yeah,
yes, it is.
We've got that.
So okay, so hold on. So like, if Chelsea get a sponsor now, then what?
Then that's fine. Like they can do what they want. I've got my kit.
Yeah,
I've got my sponsorless version. That's all I care about.
I can't believe they're selling it. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, man. Three points closer to the Magic 40. We're there.
The 3-point collectors.
Indeed they are. But before we get into all of that, Oscar, do you want to say Wagwan to the massive in the comments section? Who's been talking, man? Who's been talking?
Oh, yeah. Mirad is in the building. He says, good evening to the greatest football podcast to air on a Monday night when Arsenal's form is temporary at the Emirates, but Peter's class on the mic duty is permanent. Wyatt.
Oh, what love. Oh, big up Mirad for that. You done know.
Baraka says live and direct. Big up Baraka.
Yeah.
Endo says, could have sworn I saw Oscar at Wembley yesterday. I was going to run up his clock. Look.
Mad thing.
Look, if you saw me, you saw me. But if you didn't, you didn't. You know them ones. Endo says, certain man's girl got taken at Carney. That's crazy.
Whoa.
That's crazy. I don't know who certain man is. I don't know who's.
But I'm about to say it. It ain't me. I can't do that.
It wasn't me. Oh dear. Shout out to Baraka. Greatest podcast out there. This is the best weekend so far. Zero stress knowing we got 3 points.
Do you know how beautiful it is to play on a Friday and win? Oh, special, guys. Special.
I guess the thing is that your game feels like it was like a week ago.
Yeah, I know.
Friday nights are just dead.
I even forgot that we were going to talk about it. It was only once you mentioned that Chelsea were playing. I was like, rah. I was saying to myself, I was thinking, okay, we're going to do a little rundown of the thing. And then I remembered, I had to rewatch the highlights of Chelsea because I totally forgot what happened there. Then I remember. I'll remind you, don't worry. Murad says, I think football kits look better without the main sponsor at the front of the shirt. There's something simplistically effective about the way it looks. I agree, man. The reason I rushed to purchase this shirt is because I felt like whatever sponsor they put on it is going to ruin it. It just looked clean without it, so I'm happy with it.
I don't know. Like
run back the classic Samsung. At least run that back.
Yeah, Samsung was alright for these man. That's probably their best one between that and Autoglass.
Yeah, my favorite was always Fly Emirates, but yeah, Samsung was good.
Fly Emirates was not bad for you guys, to be fair. Yeah. Right, people, let's get into the chat, shall we? We're gonna kick things off. Up north, Newcastle 1, Liverpool 2, in what was quite a blockbuster Super Sunday, wouldn't you say, people? Newcastle taking the lead, Liverpool going down to 10 men, Liverpool coming from behind, Mr. Darwin Nunez with a double right at the death to give Liverpool all 3 points. I mean, the talking points are endless in this game. Lola, we'll start with you. I mean, did Liverpool deserve the victory?
I mean, in the sense that Newcastle decided to act arrogant, like they won the game already and then took everyone off. Yeah. Liverpool were attacking, brought on the chaos factor, and it went to plan. Newcastle decided to say, I know it's fine. We're ahead, we can miss our chances, and then we can be a bit arrogant, and then boom, they got slapped. It's their fault.
They got slapped indeed. I mean, what do you reckon? What is it that made Liverpool win this game? Like this is for the panel as well as Lola. Like what was the turning point where where Liverpool really took this game and won it in the end?
It was literally the first time it was Elliot and Jar, and then it's literally Eddie Howe just decided to say we're done here, and then started taking off their best players. It literally was dumb. It's like yes, you're at home.
Newcastle shot themselves in the foot.
You're at home, yeah, sure. You're with you're chance after chance, and then you decide to say as if you fought early. So it's just the whole nonsense of like they got too big for their boots. And actually, out of just banter, it's hilarious. So I'm kind of fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, Robinho's mentioned it there. Newcastle shoot themselves in the foot. I mean, it was a game that Newcastle literally gave to Liverpool. Would you argue that, Robin?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, when they went the 1-0 up and Thingy got the red card, Van Dijk, I thought, yeah, game done. Like this is Newcastle just cruise control through and letting everything through. But I just don't know why Eddie Howe thought he was so arrogant. Like, and even you can tell the arrogance is still there because of his post-game actions and comments as well. I'm just like, bro,
what did he say post-match?
1-0 up. Like he was proper arguing about how that was a red card, but he said it should have been sent off a while ago and I was just like, bro, you threw the game away. Liverpool were down to 10 men. You had full control. You could have put more away, put the beds. You tried to take your best players off the game. That is just negligence. And if Newcastle want to be a big team or big top 4, big top 6 team, it's not these. You don't operate in these games in arrogance. You operate in these games with professionalism and kill your team. Make sure that the food is finished. Because if the food is not finished, they're going to come back and bite you.
Yeah, I mean, David, from what you've seen in this game, I mean, does it show that Newcastle still got a long way to go in terms of matching the top end, the sharp end of the table?
Big man, I predicted them to win the league, mate. That's gone out the window.
Wait, what? You predicted Newcastle to win the league?
Wait. Why would you predict?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I remember this. You put Newcastle as number 1.
I put Newcastle 1, bro.
Why would that change now?
Yeah, it's only 3 games.
Why would that change now?
Champions don't do this, bro.
The behavior.
No.
You never know.
Hey, it's a red card, mate. That's a red card.
But then it hasn't when they won their league with Liverpool, they haven't had a stupid result in there.
You're winning 1-0. You don't kill the team, and then you go and lose the game. Nah, bro. Red card immediately. Immediately.
It was astonishing to see, when you put it like that, in the context like that, Newcastle lost the game against 10 men when they were 1-0 up and lost 2-1. And the fact that it was mentioned earlier here, Newcastle's best players came off. And I always get funny with a triple substitution. I don't know what it is, but a triple substitution always just seems to mess things a little bit. It seems to you throw 3 things in there and nobody knows what to do. No one knows exactly what they're doing. The rhythm's gone. Yeah, exactly. The rhythm's gone.
Ingredients are not there. They're not really.
You're a losing team. 3 players could literally be like, okay, gangbusters. If you're the winning team, you can mess everything out.
And the thing is, it's not like, we're talking, Tonali, Gordon, they're best players. Like people that were like, if anybody was going to win that game was Anthony Gordon and was going to be the man of the match of that game, right? It was his. And, he's up against Liverpool. He's scoused. You know what I'm saying? He was here. And he performed really well up until he got taken out. And it just blew my mind. I mean, I know Almiron is getting a lot of stick from the Newcastle fans of late because he hasn't quite hit the ground running this season. But then you look at the shape of Newcastle when they play against, they've played Man City last week, didn't look anywhere near match for them. Okay, only lost 1-0, but again, didn't really look like they could match with City. Liverpool to lose I think they've lost to Liverpool even last year. Was it in the last season? Sorry, at St James's. Newcastle on the up. Liverpool obviously going through what they were going through last season, and they still lost 2-0. I think at home to Liverpool. When they played Arsenal and so on and so forth. Like they're a good top 4 side that can a good challenging top 4 side, and it's there's just those little bits. I think Eddie Howe obviously he's learned a lesson, a big lesson yesterday.
There is no excuse for this. This is the Premier League, mate. What are you thinking, blood?
Yeah. No, he goes without excuse. There's no blame. There's no other blame.
There's no excuse. I'm new to this. No, this is the Premier League, bruv. The game is not done until the ref has blown the whistle, bruv.
But the thing is, David, Eddie mentions the red card. I'm sorry. I need to ask you, the panel, a question here. How does Trent stay on this football pitch? How do Liverpool finish the game with 10 and not 9?
Hey, Ben, wait, quick question though. If Trent gets the second yellow card, the red card rightfully, does Van Dijk think sent off it? Because we can't guarantee Van Dijk will get sent off.
No, I'm with you. I'm just going with what it's hyperbole. Obviously, it's hypothetical and whatnot. Does Van Dijk get sent off? I mean, who knows what kind of state of players?
That is not an excuse here. Newcastle had enough chances to bury that game.
Yeah, it's not an excuse.
I think
we're making excuses. No, we're making excuses.
No.
From Newcastle.
Two things can be true.
Both can be true. I think Trent should have gone, but Newcastle don't have any excuse. They don't have any leg to stand on. I want to quickly read some comments because a lot of people have been saying a lot here. But Mirad and he says, look, this was meant to be Newcastle's I've arrived at the top 6 table moment, but they folded. Balotelli's 11-12 early premises says this is supposed to be their legacy game. So everyone's pretty much disappointed in Newcastle. Like, this was the time they were supposed to arrive at the big boy table. Yeah. And when I saw that it was 1-0, I was like, this is their moment.
I agree. Listen, I think we are all disappointed in Newcastle for sure. And we're more disappointed, obviously, with Eddie Howe. He's the one that's really to blame in this. Newcastle had chances to put the game away. Hence why I was mentioning like Almiron and people like that. They had chances to put this game away. First half, they should have absolutely finished Liverpool, right? There is a part of me, however, that looks at this Liverpool side and it makes me think like, okay, Liverpool, I think are unbeaten in 14 now, I think, in the league. You know, if you include last season, whether that counts, I don't know, whatever. But Liverpool, I think, are still a team that I don't think people necessarily respect as they should do to previous years. Like, I still think Liverpool are one of the bad boys in the league. And so when Newcastle come up against a team like this, like say we paint this team to be Man City instead of Liverpool and Newcastle lose this game like the way they do, there would be a lot of us here who might think, do you know what, at the end of the day, Man City, like, you know, the mentality monsters or whatever the case, whatever the term you want to use. I see Lola shaking her head. She's not in agreement here.
If Newcastle are doing up Saudi and all that things, they want to come in about how we're next year we're going to kick Spurs out, Arsenal out of the big six. Respectfully, you don't get that grace of saying, no, Newcastle did well against City. Same thing happens with Liverpool. You were there, you were in control, you should have won it, and you absolutely got disgraced at home. Like, there's no two ways about it.
Did you hear what Klopp said post match when the boys went in at half time? They kind of sniffed a little bit of blood from Newcastle, where they were sort of like, guys, it's not as bad as it looks. Like, we've gone in, it's 1-0. Okay, we're down to 10 minutes, and really, like, hell should have turned over for them, and it should have been like out of sight. But they seem to, from what he suggested, was like, you know, the boys did not think this game was over by any stretch.
I think it's what minute did what's his face, Jota and Elliott come on?
I can find out for you. In the meantime,
Jota. If that wasn't like immediate, then that's he's waffling. He's finding to spin like a great
58 minutes. Okay. So he gave 15 minutes in the second half and was like, okay, it's time to flip this.
I mean, maybe.
I'll be real. This game was Newcastle's to throw away, and they threw it away.
It was literally a case of like Newcastle, they had control, but then they started to make the most silliest of mistakes. Like, literally look down to even Bruno. Well, Bruno for the second one was proper right fault for that. They just started to make dumb mistakes, and they got caught on it.
Yeah, the pressure got turned on, didn't it? And we see when Newcastle, when the pressure's on them, we've seen them fail a few times, and so that will only take time. You know, they're babies in this field, in this type of situation, and so that will obviously grow over time. And maybe there's a few more players they need in there to really, you know, bring them to the next level and stuff like that. I do think as well, though, you know, like players like Isak, for example, quiet yesterday, didn't really have a lot going on there, and I wonder if that's down to Liverpool or whether that's just down to Newcastle. I couldn't quite tell. But when he was substituted, it didn't really think, he didn't really get a sniff at goal today. And if he does,
can I tell you something, Alex?
Sorry, bro, you're cutting up. I don't know what's happening.
You cut up.
I said, can I tell you guys something about Alexander Isak?
Tell us.
Other than he's from Northwest. No.
Like, that was too funny. He's from Halston, bro.
He can't tell me from Sweden.
What I wanted to say is that on the third game week of the season, I said, let me bring Isak in my team So I took Darwin Nunez out.
You're an idiot. I put this in the group here. I'm not putting him in because they're playing Liverpool. You've had a stinker.
But the thing is, Isak in is not even the stinker. It's Nunez out.
Yeah.
No excuses. You took out Nunez. You had
I've had a stinker this week anyway. I just had a look. I was like,
bro, all my teams have let me. All my players have let me down, bro.
I smelled still. I switched. I took Bruno Fernandes off captaincy and gave it to Erling Haaland.
And he goes and misses a penalty, bro.
Stinker.
Moron.
Stinker.
Yeah, he's stinker.
Yeah.
I will say this. You know, on Wataru Endo of Liverpool, number 3. I'll tell you what, his debut, it was smelly. I'm not gonna lie. This guy did not want. He wanted no part of it.
He didn't know what was going on.
You know, it's so funny. There was bare times like like when a fullback or like a winger picks up the ball and the only option is to bring it back into midfield. The guy was hiding behind Newcastle players. He did not want this ball. He was like, "Nah, I'm not on it, bro." No wonder why he was the one that went for Harvey Elliott. He did not want any part of it.
First game, bright lights. Let's see what happens. Because I think I missed the first 5 minutes. I didn't play the pitch. So
I made it a point to watch him. I was like, I want to see what this Endo kid's like, because Liverpool made another shrewd signing where someone from Stuttgart, 15, 16 million, boom, boom, boom.
I saw he's 29.
He's 29.
I saw he's
old. 30. He's
30.
He's 3-0. Right now, let me get.
Remember, leave that one there.
Lord have mercy. So here's me thinking, 24, 25. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get the engine in, a bit of oil. He's 30. He's not the one. I had not a clue.
Wow, that's funny. Klopp said that he moves around the dressing room fast, so you don't know his age.
Wow.
Nah.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry.
Wow. I tell you what, guys.
9th of February, 1993. He's 30.
Fair enough.
They need to go back in the window. They need to go back in and find another one because he is okay. It's his first game, first hour in Premier League football, whatever. Yeah, at 30 though. Oh my days!
It was a bit nonsense.
It's gonna be a rude awakening.
So I said, let me enjoy being there for now, innit? No way.
Nah, you're killing it. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I've had a stinker.
Only 17 points clear at the top of the league.
What, at the top of the league?
It's just slowly. You can call it back. It's
callable.
Let me enjoy it.
I've had a shock. You know when you're getting 30 and Lola's getting 70, bro. Nah, bro, that's a headache, bro.
Yeah. I'm the closest one, and I'm 12.
Bro, I was top 10 last week. I've dropped all the way to 20.
Yeah, I was top 10 last week. Yeah, this week was a stinker.
Everyone was top 10 last week. Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I'm 28th, bro. The league title's gone, bro. It's over. It's over. Any more?
At me, but you're me. That's crazy. If I had Darwin, would have been sorry.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Right.
Okay, you're 8 points ahead.
What's that?
Yeah, imagine with Darwin. I would have been 16 points ahead.
Listen, bro. Imagine.
The only thing left to say about this one is that the refs are doing what I assume they're going to do when they're going to slowly start rewinding back from what they started to do at the beginning and at the show, because Trent back onto the red card thing. It should have been a second yellow card, and
he bowled it. The referee bowled it.
It's already happened. What really was going to happen? They're going to start something heavy, slowly start doing game state, bullshit.
Mark Hughes has been huge on it. He's been huge on this.
What the Premier League needs to do is they need to also allow VAR to enact on second yellow offences, because you can't use VAR on yellow cards, and that's the thing. That's why I can't get it off.
VAR is trash, man.
I agree with David, man. The technicalities of VAR are even annoying me. It's just crap.
Yeah.
The whole.
I do want to give full sort of balance here. I do think Gordon should have been booked for Trent's first yellow. Does that make sense?
I agree.
The guy bashed him to the ground.
Yeah, he went flying. I'm
saying, based on how they started it, they gave Trent the first yellow. It was dumb, but they did it.
Yeah.
It was definitely a yellow as well, so they should have done that as well.
Yeah. Trent should have remained on the pitch. Let's have it right. And
he needs to find a way to find his lock, stitch it back in his head. because he's been dead since he took him out.
I don't see the thing is as well though. Like if you're Klopp and you're struggling, because listen, what did Neville say in the game? Because he was saying it to the referee, but it was also for the case for Trent. This game was too big for him in the first half. He could not handle it. He could, and Gordon was giving him a run for his money. He could not handle the first half.
Wasn't everything
and you know. Yeah, and I think straight afterwards, Klopp got who did he get jogging in terms of warming up? I can't remember who it was now, but he basically, I think Joe Gomez, I think he just got him to start just warming up because I might have to hook this boy off because he's having an absolute mare and the crowd is on top of him and everything else. He managed to see out the whole game somehow. But Klopp's got to find a position for this boy because it's not right back. You know there was like everyone knows this, but it's the experiment's done. We've got to find something new for this
There's
guy.
too many people experimenting, and I don't like it.
We'll get to there, my friend. We'll get there.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Dear.
Like when you think about football's a simple game.
It's a simple game.
But it's a simple game.
It's true.
You get the people that you need in the position, you play them in the position, and they'll do their job
and be done. And be done.
And there is the question, and it's got my interest peaked.
I was going to say for not that guy. Oh, I was going to say for not that guy.
Should we say it?
I mean, we could talk about it.
Because Oscar, the internet though. What's going on there, blood?
Yeah.
It
goes good, man. And then it disappears.
Bro, there's nothing I can do. There's literally
okay. What is it? What you said? What was the question, Oscar? You
on this topic? Basically, it was Mike Dean and who? I can't remember. But
Simon Jordan.
During the game, Mike Dean said that he could send his referee to VAR because that's his boy, and that would have changed the events in the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
someone is fired.
It was Chelsea versus Tottenham last year. And he was saying that the game was so volatile. He'd given out like 7-8 yellow cards, and the last action of the game, Chelsea had a corner. Cucurella's hair gets pulled down, and everyone's thinking, "Bruh, he pulled his hair. How have they not gone to VAR to rule out the goal?" And Mike Dean has basically said, given the way that the game had gone, he didn't want to send his friend to the VAR again to check his decision because it had already been like a long day.
It's a stinker.
The system is so rigged, blood.
And he ended up making the wrong decision. And I'm just like,
it's rigged.
For you to admit this on a podcast.
That's Tuchel's job. Like, gone. Because of that decision.
Bro, it's rigged. Like, it's rigged, bruv. Like, this is exhibit A. We're making decisions based on my feelings of my peers. Come on, man. Honestly, this is so wrong.
Saying that the VAR should be some kind of independent contractor that is not related, that has no connection to these refs.
Yep.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
No, we'll talk, David. We'll talk, bro. Like, I don't care who the person is, bro. Let me get in there, man. Let me discuss, bro. Because what are we doing? What are we actually doing?
We need to diversify the referees, bro. I saw a Black Linesman this week, bro. I was like, rah.
Yeah,
it was the Liverpool game. The Liverpool Newcastle.
It was the Liverpool game. Yeah.
Yeah. Diversify the thing, bro.
Because I need to know why. I need to know why Trent doesn't get a second yellow. I need to know this. I need to know what other friend were people not letting come to the screen. Like, you know, what is this? It's rigged, blood. It's so bent. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm calling it bent, which sounds controversial, but then we're seeing it's bent. People are there openly admitting.
And people are admitting and it's bent. Like,
blood.
He said, I am not sending my friend. Your friend, you have a job to do.
Give me the job, bro.
You have a job to do. And you refuse to do your job. If I refuse to do my job, I get fired. What's going on? What's going on?
I am that you said that it wasn't a violent act. I'm sorry. If you yank someone's hair like that, it's a violent act as well. That's a violent act.
My hair.
You didn't pull it. You yanked his hair.
Come on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
It's funny. It's ironic that it was Tuchel versus Conte. Like, it's just bizarre. I think Tuchel lost his job how soon after? Very, very shortly. He didn't last long.
Like 2-3 games later.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Baraka says Mike Dean is a criminal. The system is absolutely effed. Making decisions based on feelings and not based on the rules is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And the things as well, the rules are dumb as well in a lot of this, right? Because I won't check yellow cards, but I'll check red cards. I mean, we've got to check them all. Let's just check. Let's get the right decision regardless of what the situation is. Like, it's not long. You know what I mean? It's not long. Do we agree Van Dijk should have been sent off? Just lastly?
Yeah, he tripped him.
Tripped him, last man.
Yeah. Because it was up for it was a big debate in Sky Sports half time. Goal scoring opportunity. You know, the idea of the goal scoring opportunity, last man. It seems to be in debate. I don't know why.
There's nothing to debate. There's nothing to debate. Off.
Like those ones are a bit. For me, it's a bit. When you're last man, you're last man. There's like you're gone. I don't want to hear. My man's in the vicinity. Like, I could see a defender there. He could come across. So maybe yellow, but I'm being nice in it.
Huh? Van Dijk was the last man. There's no being nice about it.
There's a defender, from what I saw, there's a defender that can come across. So my thing is,
maybe, but I'm just...
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a bit... That's why I'm not saying it's not a red card.
But I also think, by the way, he should get an extra ban because he was moving crazy when he got a red card. He was moving.
Bro,
he was shouting.
He was shouting.
He's gonna pull out a gat. This guy was on fire. He might get a retrospective ban. I think he probably will. In terms of David, to your point, I think they've changed the wording now because it's not. I don't think it's last man anymore. It's a goal scorer denying a goal scoring opportunity. So you don't even necessarily have to be the last one because I think you're right. There was a defender that could have covered had Isak gone through on goal, but the fact that he's denied him a goal scoring opportunity. That's where the red comes into it. So now it's grey. Now it's very grey.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Like, for example, from our game, what's his name? What's the Fulham defender's name? Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Like that one, he's missed the ball. Eddie's gone.
He checked Eddie. He just looked at Eddie and said, he ain't going nowhere.
That's a red card. That's what I mean.
And he only got a second yellow, by the way. He didn't get a straight red for that.
That was the red for me, though. That's because of the man there. So Eddie wasn't doing goal.
Wait, he's got the whole pitch to himself. I won't lie.
He already was already there. I'm just saying that's why the yellow card.
It was a professional foul. I think it was a yellow card.
I know Nketiah is not the greatest of striker, but I know he's got the pace. He's actually scoring the ball.
He's through on goal.
He's through on goal. He's gone.
It's literally a different defender. That's what I'm saying. That's why it wasn't a straight red.
No,
but as to your point earlier, again in the Liverpool game, there is another defender that could cover, but Isak is through on goal.
Yeah.
Undeniably, he's through on goal. He had to go, and Van Dijk, man. I don't know, man. Let's see if he gets a retrospective ban. Oscar, anything else before we move on to the next fixture?
Yeah, I want to go to the next fixture right now.
Oh, you mentioned it. You guys have tickled on it with Eddie Nketiah and Bassi. Arsenal 2, Fulham 2. Arsenal dropping points at home at the Emirates Stadium.
Fulham.
Fulham. Marcus Silva's Fulham. Grab a point there. In overall, it seems like a fair result when I think about both the game. When I look at the whole 90 minutes. In fact, I'm even leaning more to the fact that I think when Arsenal scored their second goal, Fulham have every right to be angry. Like, especially Marcus Silva was spitting feathers on the touchline because his player's down and the referee hasn't stopped the game. And the thing is, say again?
Did he hit his head?
How many times do they not hit their head? How many times have we seen this game stopped? I've seen this game stopped millions of times.
The player has actually done nothing. We were
in the end.
That's why I asked if he hit his head, because in that specific situation, because we were fully attacking, respectfully, your man should have got the ball kicked out. They didn't. That's their own business. If he would have hit his head, I could hear it. He didn't.
Guys,
did you not think it was a foul by Bukayo anyway? All I'm saying, don't complain when it happens to us.
No, I don't. I'm very fair about this.
You're one of a few that I know. Arsenal fan. Listen,
we'll be spitting feathers. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want to hit him.
No, because I'm very of a thing of like, I hate when players actively stop because they see a man on the floor. I hate it from both sides. I've seen Arsenal.
I hate that. Why?
I didn't see no head collision. Continue the game.
Let the referee do his job. Don't force him to do something.
That's fine. You were only in agreement. If this happens against us, I'm not saying Pim.
I'm not gonna say anything
David,
about it. What is?
David, let's get your analysis on the Arsenal Fulham game. Talk to me.
Okay. Big man, Arteta, he needs to pattern up, mate. Listen, I'm close to putting out a yellow card soon, bro. Mate, from last season to this season, there was no need to change, bro. All that needed to change is up here, bro. Tactically, I don't know what the hell he's doing. I told you about Havertz. He's not that guy, bro. Sit him down. Peter's told me from day, stop shopping in our rivals' bins, bro. We've done it again, and we topped up 65 M's, bro. I remember, Oscar, remember them excuses you used to make here in the preview? What was I hearing Peter saying? Oh, he scored the Champions League winning goal. There you go, bro. I don't hear. That's it. Arteta needs to pattern up, bro. And once again, I got questions. You didn't answer my question. Fulham's equalizing goal. We got 105 million man double marking the shortest player on the pitch. Reed. You got Saliba at the back post marking nobody, and then you got Saka in the middle. We give. Listen, that's my analysis of the game. Pattern up, bro. If I see Havertz starting against Man United, bro, we're not making top 4. I've had enough of this guy. Guys, listen, we in the Champions League, bro. The fixtures are gonna be difficult, bro. And you're messing about, bro. What are you doing?
Wait, can we hear from the Top 4 podcast resident Fulham fan, Sam Lewis says,
what, Sam?
Good point for us. And the boost the team needed after losing Mitchell.
Because like Fulham are not good in defense. They are very good in like that Paulina, and if they get you on counter, it's whatever. Crap. Even me, I enjoy that. He's very easy to get at, and everything we did was directly at him, which made me both annoyed and head hot and laugh at the same time. But let me actually start this by saying I'm fully aware that Saka, Ramsdale, Zinchenko are like the direct reasons that we lost, because it was those 3 people who were involved directly within Fulham getting 2 goals. The first one, Saka passing to what he thought was going to be a right centre back, which I'll get back to, and then Ramsdale doing
what is he doing?
Doing something at the back, and then got caught. That's 2 of them. Then I'll say Zinchenko, because the thing is that it's annoying because Zinchenko came on and him and Vieira together were about to have a blasic. It should have ended 2-1, if not another goal for us. And then he does that, right into the corner, and then I don't know what the defense was. Oh wow,
Lola. This happened last season, and I told Peter this. If Zinchenko defends properly against Liverpool, we come away with 3 points. There it is. We've not learned our lesson from last season.
Yes.
I have a question.
Go
on. First goal. Who's more at fault?
Keeper
or Saka?
It's Saka more so, but Ramsdale's involved. So if I'm going to split it, I'll say personally, maybe if I'm being harsh to one or the other, I say 80-20. Saka passed him, literally gave my man a free ball.
Lola.
Ramsdale was doing, I don't know what he was doing there.
Lola.
80-20.
Lola.
If Saka doesn't pass it back, it's 2-1.
Hey, yellow card for Ramsdale.
Yellow?
Hey, I'm not fighting it.
Yellow card for Ramsdale.
I think you need to go to VAR, my guy.
No. Hear what I'm saying, bro. I know Saka plays a shocking, awful pass. Cool, but to get beaten there by that shot, your legs are doing Higgy Haga, bro.
Pereira doesn't even shoot it cleanly either. It's a poor shot.
Dead shot. I don't know.
And the thing is like, do you know, in terms of who to blame, more so to Robin's question, here is actually the problem we need to discuss. Let's get knee deep in this, because the best defensive midfielder I've ever seen play for Arsenal besides Patrick Vieira plays at right back. One of my best centre halves is on the bench.
Why?
My left back is not on the pitch, and one of the centre halves who's brand new, he's not really ready for this football, is playing at left back. And Saka thinks, you know what? I can give it to Ben White at right back. Oh no, wait,
the
right back area is vacant. So I look like a moron because I've overshot a pass that was nowhere near any of my players, and then my goalkeeper is not in his 18-yard box, and if he is, doesn't know where his bearings are.
That's gonna come back to it because again, I'm not excusing Saka. I'm not excusing him at all. But what
of course not. No.
Is because it's muscle memory. He's assuming either Saliba or Ben White is there, and so because it's been a bit of a rattling, like it's been a bit of a whatever normal. It's early game. He's thinking muscle memory kicked in. It was like someone's definitely there, and then it's like, oh, because of the way the things is kind of shifted, nobody's there. And then
Partey wanted no part of right back. As soon as we had the ball, bomb off he went into midfield. So when this ball is laid for him, he's nowhere to be found. The ball, Saka's pass was for Partey. Let's be very clear. It was for Partey, but Partey was in the center circle because he was like, "Yo, we got the ball. I ain't staying here."
I think it was literally supposed to be for either Ben White or Saliba because those two are normally there. That's the thing. But like that's why I get to onto the system because. On paper or like logically, I can understand the point of the system, not the players in the positions, but the system of like we usually invert from the left. Because the Zhanga wasn't fit, the team needs to be able to also flip it just in case someone's not there. Because last season our issue was everything was the same. When we tried to flip it, it was too late for us to learn something. But my issue is, and I talked about some of my friends. Yeah, we have in Ben White a right back. Who's a very good right back, who's a very good centre back, who can also play midfield. So why have we chosen to play the best midfielder at right back and then put Ben White at centre back, disrupting the partnership that was the best centre back partnership we had, if not arguably one of the best ones in the league last season, by dropping the left centre back and then doing up Saliba can do whatever he wants. And that's what I don't get about it because this same system could make sense if you just had Ben White doing the right back thing that he can invert because he used to play DM. Back. And then you can keep Partey in the team and then drop the guy that's from Germany that does nothing. Like he's just kind of there. Now I don't get me wrong. I have a straight rule. I'm not gonna bin him off. Like the reason why I wasn't gassed about it because I'm not a person who's ignoring his recent history. I was told like, oh yeah, he can definitely play midfield because he played at Leverkusen. I said, how long ago was Leverkusen? I said, did he even play less centre mid or did he play 10 second striker? That's not what he's doing here. There's a whole situation with that. And like, I personally think the reason he's put in Partey at right back is because he wants to play Partey, Rice, and Havertz in the same team. And his way of doing that is by making sure Partey's in the team somehow by putting the right back. Which again, to me, during preseason, during his time, the first 3 games, there's no reason why our entire system needs to be meddled up with to accommodate. But that's what I think it is.
Lola, here's Arsenal fans' excuse for this happening, yeah? Because Partey is going to the African Cup of Nations in January.
I can't believe it.
No, but hear this. If that's the case, then you still don't have to play him then. You just rotate him in. Put your actual right back, and then have a midfield of Havertz and it's not what I would do, but I'm just saying, if the whole thing is trying to get the team ready for when Partey's not there, then put him on the bench and bring him on.
A couple of things.
Peter and Lola, let me just say before you go, Pierre, let me just say this. The excuses that I've been on Twitter, some of the stuff I'm reading from Arsenal fans, this season is not going to end well for us because we're one title challenger. All Arsenal fans are deluded, bro. They make go and Pierre just go. I've had enough.
Listen, man.
Oh my god!
I was at the City ground last season when we lost 1-0, and Partey was at right back, and I thought, never again will this ever happen again. And Kivior was at left back. I thought, never again will we ever see this lineup because it cannot happen. It cannot happen. And yet, pre-season we played a certain style and we did our usual 4-3-3 and blah blah. And then we've gone into the season. Forest at home. I'm seeing Partey at right back. I'm seeing Gabriel on the bench. We go to Palace. It's the same thing. We then go to back at home against Fulham, and it beggars belief. I genuinely do not know why we are doing this. Why are we taking what was good last year and just scrambling it up and throwing it away? Is it because of the way we lost the title last year? Is it because Is that what's still playing on Mikel's mind? Because I'm concerned.
That's why I said I can understand it in terms of trying to be able to have some kind of different tactics for different situations. My main thing was like, you didn't do this once at preseason, which is the time when you're meant to be doing up. Let me try this. Let me try that. That's why you had that games where freaking Jadon Sancho was playing that false nine for United. It's preseason. It's for fitness, but also for trying out, experimenting things to kind of eventually improve your current team. But that's not what's happening at the moment. It was just a situation of like, what? I get one game, do the right back thing. It didn't work, in my opinion. It didn't work. It didn't work in the next game. And this game, people will point to chance creation. Oh, we dominated the game. We had 19 shots. If you actually watch the game and match it to the stats that you saw, we weren't dangerous. It was shots to Leno or whatever it is. And man was just kind of doing a lot. And then deep it. The best time that Arsenal looked good in this game was when what happened? Oh my gosh, we reverted back to normal.
My left back was at left back. My right back was at right back. And my defensive midfielder was in the DM position.
Havertz came off the pitch. Even the fact that White came off the pitch, even though if the whole thing was like he's the best in Liverpool, but even he was off the pitch, meaning the system works. Situations that he needs to figure out how, if you want to do it's just certain things just don't work, and he's trying very hard to do it. And it's like, again, I'm not gonna rubbish him off. It's been 1 year, but Havertz hasn't given me any reason why he should be consistently making starts. Even though I know it's 3 games, so I'm not going to go over the top with it. But it's weird. And then even in the game itself, to be honest, for me, I think maybe two players. Yeah, 2 players for me with my full chest. I can say they can hold their head up high. It was literally Vieira. No, actually, yeah, Vieira and Rice. Those 2 for me.
Eddie, come on, Eddie.
Okay, fine. Add everything to them. Eddie, Vieira, and Rice were the only ones for me that can say, hey, I did my job in it. Because Rice for me was good the entire game. Vieira came on and said, hey, I don't even particularly rate Vieira like that. It's one game, I'm going to get gas of it. But Vieira literally said, if I've got a game to actually try and actually involve myself in this, let me actually play. And it was like, oh my gosh, someone who actually plays in the lesson to me and doesn't actually stand there and pass the ball back when no one's behind me. But I'm not over that moment when Havertz was given the ball by right. And then decided to pass it back to him instead of like running his face back. That annoyed me. That actually annoyed me. That was so weird. I didn't understand it. It's just
Lola. Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you as well, and David. Right. So the centre halves of Fulham were Issa Diop and what's my man's name? Bassi. Is it Calvin?
Calvin
Bassi. Massive blokes. I mean, these guys they look like bouncers. So why was Trossard the false 9 or the number 9 in this game when Eddie Nketiah has been putting in a shift against some hard men in defense, and then he gets the opportunity to now play where he shouldn't be dropped. I get it. Like Trossard, we all like Trossard in preseason, and we were kind of like, man, Trossard should really be playing in these games because he's done so well. Okay, drop Martinelli. You ain't got to take off Eddie. Why is Eddie off? And he's come in here straight in, bang, impact straight away.
The Eddie one, though, adds to my whole thing that Eddie is very clearly a bench striker, by the way. I know he's better. I know he should have started.
I see what you're saying.
But I think it's very obvious when Eddie plays, the majority is off the bench. So that's my thing about that one. But yeah, realistically speaking, it should have been either Martinelli or Havertz to be dropped for Trossard. Trossard's played in both positions and he's played it well. Those were the 2 positions to kind of, what's the word?
Why would we even dance around it? I think Martinelli hasn't played that well this season so far.
None of the attackers. None of the attackers.
Havertz is the main problem here.
No, guys, hold on. They're not playing well because the guy has messed up with the entire flipping system.
For sure. That's the bottom line.
You saw them kick into what we saw last year when everyone went back into their normal positions. Everyone knows what's going on. Vieira, best game I've seen him in. Just play the team from last season. All the changes you need to make from last season was up here, focus, and flipping defending to the bloody last minute.
No, that's the defending part, but that's more of a
focus.
That's why it's not rocket science, though, isn't it? Our back four is Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, White. That's our back 4. Let's leave it there. Let me start from there and put Partey back where he belongs, where he wants to be, because he doesn't even play right back when he's at right back. Okay, and the thing is now, Man United's on Sunday, right? And it's like, even if we went back to our first 11 that we normally are with, this is a team that hasn't played together. So it's like we're going to be playing against Man United where we're all going to still try to be like, okay, cool, you're here, you're there. We're going to try and make it work when we haven't had that continuity with this team anyway. So Man United have got a big opportunity this Sunday to nick some goals for sure. Because by the way, at the Emirates, something's clearly going wrong in terms of preparation, in terms of whatever mentality, whatever the case is, whatever the word is. Because our home record in terms of clean sheets is a farce. Yet away from home, we're the best in the league since the start of last season. It's just madness. It's madness to me. So. Oh man, it's gonna be. The thing is, we are gonna see Partey at right back against Man United, and we are gonna see. I think the only thing is we'll see Zinchenko at left back. I think that'll be the only thing.
The one thing I'll give her to, if Zinchenko's on the pitch, Partey won't be at right back. He won't do both. He never does both inverted.
So do you think Gabriel will come back in?
That's the one I'm wondering about, because realistically speaking, if Zinchenko is fit, he starts, meaning everything should go back to normal. If I see on Sunday, if Zinchenko's fit, he's starting. What I'm looking at is the centre back pairing. If I see Kivio there, I'll tell him off his mind.
But it's a classic. It's a classic. Clearly something's gone on between Gabriel and Mikel. Clearly, right? Mate. And it's a classic case of, let me cut my nose off to spite my face again, because we've been here many times. Many times we've been here with this man.
And this is my problem with Arteta, yeah, bro. You got to manage people. If it's a case of an offer's come from Saudi, a man wants to go, deal with it then and then. Saudi, bring that thing, Durham, bring the Durhams here. Bye. Deal with it, and we move on. That's
I think there's something else to it, man.
No need to prolong the thing, bro.
It's smelly. It's very Aubameyang, Ozil. You know what's funny? What I started to notice about this, like when Mikel first came to the club, right? And we had that weird spell. We obviously just got over the Emery situation, and Mikel had a decent start to his Arsenal career, right? And then the pandemic came, and then after the pandemic, he kind of he just dropped Ozil, and for no reason whatsoever, he was gone, and then it was hell on earth for that second half of the season in terms of the pandemic season, and then the following year was even worse, right? It seems like last year we knew what we were doing, everything was working well, and for some reason, something has now also kicked off this year where it's like, okay, Gabriel's probably done something or whatever the case may be, but also let me change what used to work for me earlier on. And I don't get why we're doing this again. I don't get why we are doing this. Why are we doing this? I just don't understand it. It smells of 2020 to me. This smells of 2020.
I got a question for you, Pete, yeah? Obviously, I'm not trying to be too fast, yeah? If things don't improve, what do you think happens?
By when?
I don't know. Because I was always going to judge this Arsenal team, yeah, from after January onwards. Because after last year's start, I'm thinking, okay, let me just relax. Let me see what you do afterwards, yeah? Let me say March, April. This is why I judge, because that's where we fell off, yeah? If we don't begin well and then we start, Man City start pulling away, and then let's say we're dealing around 4th, 3rd, or 5th. What happens?
That's me personally. I'll wait until next year, because again, my annoyance is in the 3 games. I'm not gonna expand it further than that, because it is early enough. Whereas, even if you were to use the City thing as the example, it started off dead last season, in my opinion. But they still got the points, and they I'm not saying with City, but I'm looking at even Man United and it started horrendously, and then they finished third. I'm gonna wait before.
But Lola, what I'm saying, we started off so well last season. We looked good. We were fluid. Everyone knew what they were doing. We only had that United loss, and then we kicked on. We were top of the league at Christmas, yeah. And then obviously we know what went wrong. But where I'm looking at, we've got Champions League this season. There is no time for pissing about, mate. We need to be on, man.
It's true.
Oscar, was that comment fair about me loving off Arteta last year? I don't remember saying his name once.
I think towards the end you were very reluctant to criticize him. But you were never on the train. You never officially said I'm an Arteta guy.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, I'm just checking, because they're saying that I'll be Arteta out by October. So I'm intrigued.
I mean, is that? Are you? How do you feel about that statement? Is that true or false?
No, there'll definitely be pressure, bro.
The thing is, like with the manager situation, it's always very difficult because I take it from the whole time kind of value, right? And I at the beginning when he joined and everything else, I thought, what are we doing? Well, why have we done this? What is going on? Why are we here? And then the first start of his Arsenal career was pretty decent, as I mentioned earlier. Then we got to the pandemic, and then it was like hell on earth since then. These 8th place finishes, 5th place finishes, and all self-inflicted. And here we are again, guys, where we're watching self-infliction take place. Not, oh, we've got injuries, so we're having to adapt and change and do this, that, and the other. He's got his arm tied behind his back. It's not even that. It's self-infliction. We bought Rice, we bought Timber, we bought, what I'm saying? We've got David Raya in there, which in no time he'll be the number 1 goalkeeper. We'll almost be sure of that. It's just like, what are we doing? Why are we here yet again?
And the problem is, Pete, everyone has banged on trust the process. All right, cool. Arteta's acting like we've won the title. I need to make changes to. We did win the title, bro. We need to carry on, mate.
I'll make a hell of a lot of noise if we don't make the top 4 this year. Let's put it that way.
No, I will. That's the bit I'll back it on in terms of like we didn't win the title, so why have we are we trying to draft it? Because like in Arsenal 2 and Liverpool, they lost the decision and then they won it. I know pandemic, whatever, but they didn't change up their entire way of playing. They added quality. They did the same thing, just at a better level type of way. Obviously, they cramped it down from like 90% of like going absolutely gung ho, from 90 to like 70, but they were still pounding you. They just happened to get that. They got a better defender in to shore that up, and then things were kind of like I feel like Arteta is trying to be too clever, whereas like you could have just kept the same system with minor tweaks here and there and play. You know what I mean? Like rather than try so hard to kind of be clever about it.
He's always clever. He was trying to be clever. I want to read some more comments here because Murad said a couple things. He said, I think Arteta wants to overload the midfield so that it is disrupting so much that it's disrupting our other attacking phases of play. He also says the other phase where Martinelli comes in from the left and dribbles through and being played through with the help of Zinchenko seems to be disruptive too.
Oscar, on that point, by the way, it just reminded me. When you have Partey and then Kivior, right? It's affecting Saka and Martinelli because they're used to the Ben White and the Zinchenkos of this world, where they're putting in that work. Whereas with these other players now, Partey's not on the wing. He's not running down the wing for nobody. Doesn't want any part of that, and nor should he, right? And so Martinelli and Saka, I think, are also have not played well this season purely on that as well as the whole change and whatnot.
I feel like the inversion tactic from the other side isn't a like for like, because when we're inverting from the left with Zinchenko at left back, Ben White overlaps. When we're inverting from the right with Partey right back, whoever's playing on left back isn't overlapping.
Did Kivior pass the halfway line once on Saturday?
Kivior doesn't overlap. What's his name? I don't think Tomiyasu did he play left back? He didn't really overlap like that. The only one who did unfortunately overlap was Timber.
Yeah, I mean it's astonishing what we're like, guys. It's normal. This is a very simple. Somebody said it was a simple game. Yeah, what we are watching is complication at the highest level. There is no need for this. Okay, these lineups, there is no need for. And I swear to you guys now, this Sunday, if against Manchester United, the biggest game for me all season long, if we decide Partey's at right back and we decide Kivior or whoever's there and Gabriel is on the bench, I swear down, guys, I'm gonna be spitting.
One thing I need to repeat my statement, my favorite statement. I told you this at the beginning of this thing. I've not been on since. The physios need to be fired. I need the physios gone, mate. We bought an excellent player. Someone that fits in, and he's gone for the entire season, bro. Why is it
the whole season though? Is it actually the whole season?
What is it?
7 months. 6 to 7 months.
That's the season, bro. He's not coming back, man.
Really.
Shut, keep quiet, bruv. Stop talking, bruv. For flip's sake, bruv. Why am I spending money and I can't keep the man them fit, bruv?
It was 8-0 in it. So
Yeah.
in fairness, I swear there's been a bunch of them this season so far.
Yo,
There's a bunch of like injuries of like hamstring, ACLs, MCLs have been happening a lot. So I don't know if you 100% say is
this is Arsenal. Forget everyone else. I'm not talking about everyone else. This is Arsenal. My team, bruv.
Jesus is back, David.
I don't give a damn, bruv.
He's back.
I don't give a damn. I'm talking about my new signing, bruv. He's been here. My new signing comes. He's never been injured.
David. It's an ACL.
Man, you bought him out at half time, man. You was already had the knock, bruv. Take him off, bruv.
Yeah. They said he wasn't that though. So.
Yeah. He said he was
Let's
good to play.
Let's say they took him out, yeah, and it's just a little thing. It's a little minor crack in the knee, bruv. All right, cool. Sit down 6 weeks, come back, let it drink. You play, man, and then he pops, the whole thing is gone, blood. I need them fired, bruv, immediately.
Oh, man.
I've had enough, man. Now, that's a career-changing injury, bro.
Yeah. It is.
I need the physios gone. I've had enough, man. We've fit someone perfectly that works in our system. Once again, injury, bruv. Nah, man. These happened too many times, but I've had enough, man.
We've got the injuries far too often. They are far too often.
Oh, bruv, remember Rosicky came? Man was slapping in goals left, right, centre, bruv. Mad injury. Man injury, bruv. He decided, nah, I've had enough, man.
I said he was on other things, boy.
Our physios stink, bruv.
I tell you what, I need a documentary on Diaby. I just need a documentary on that guy. He had 38 injuries at Arsenal. I don't understand that. Right, guys,
Quick question, but before we move on, one more thing. Did your players have a day off today?
You talking about Jorginho?
Why is Jorginho at Carnival?
Hey,
Why not?
Nice.
Hey, look, let's
big game already.
You see when Mandama, see, this is the type of thing I'm talking about. Full vibe. This is the sort of thing, nah. You should not be at Carnival. I don't give a damn, bruv. I need you getting ready. I don't give a damn, bruv. If you're warming the bench, bruv. Be at training enough of home, bruv.
Rags.
See, you guys can't be the culture club and have it both ways. All right? If the culture club want to be at the culture parties, they're gonna be there.
Oscar, where have you seen Saka in your life? Where have you seen him?
At church.
There you go. That ends that conversation.
Church, and he goes to whiskey. Then actually, he does party time. It's like,
I don't want to see you doing enjoyment, bruv.
I don't want to see none of it, man. Listen,
there was a game, yeah. Wait, there's a game. I don't know if we got battered, bruv. Yeah, I'm working at the O2. I see all what is it? The Ox and all them man.
Yeah. That's when we got duppied by Liverpool at Anfield. It was like 5-1 or 4-1. We got
wait. At Anfield. So they came home and went out.
One came home and went out. No chance.
Bro, I walked past these man in disgust, blood. I was so pissed.
To lose at Anfield and go out the same night is crazy.
But how far Liverpool is.
But look, Lola, you got questions from Assad. He's saying, talk to me on Fartinelli that you cannot play football, spent the whole game chasing his first touch. Am I right to say he's 0-3?
Relax.
Wow.
Well, he's asking, you stood in the therapist because why is he on your mind? The three games, and he hasn't scored 3 goals in 3 games. Okay, people can't have form again. Your obsession is strong with that. I told you to go therapy. Come back to
they love the kid, Lola. They love the kid. They just
let's call a spade a spade. He's my guy, innit? But he's been thinking it up.
No, him and Saka have both been horrendous at the start of the season. Saka's happened to get a penalty and one of the goals, and Martinelli had decent. I think the first game was decent. He's been pulled in too, right? That's fine.
Yeah. I forgot. Now he had that assist, didn't he? He had that Spinarelli assist.
Counts. But the point is like players go through form. I'm not expecting him to be Messi. I never claimed he was Messi. He's a very good winner, which is what he is. Is it a bad patch of form? Okay. When he comes back at the end of the season, he's got 10+ goals again. He'll complain again.
He'll be back. Don't you worry about that. He'll be back. Oscar, we need to move on. We need to move to the next fixture.
Please.
I think it's only right. Robinho, Manchester United getting 3 points against Nottingham Forest after what was a scary start. 2 goals down in 4 minutes, but the Red Devils overturned a 2-0 deficit with 3 massive points at Old Trafford.
Another yellow card. Onana. Hey! Yellow!
Did you see the sit back?
Guys, let me just guys on Saturday 3 p.m. Yeah, I was getting ready for an afternoon of football. Yeah, my streams weren't even loaded yet. Both of you lot are 1-0 down. Yeah, my streams weren't even loaded. Yeah, I didn't have the thing set up. Yeah, what?
Who was you going to watch?
I was going to watch Arsenal first, and then I went to see the United goal. But why what's Onana doing? Like what the hell was that first goal?
Not a clue. What's Rashford doing? Robin, what's going on?
Hey, they're saying black goal.
This is from United's corner. United had a corner or set piece or something or some kind.
Let's talk about this. What I like to call this week at Manchester United. So, because there's always something new every week. Like I said, 3 p.m. Carnival weekend. The weather is shining. I'm enjoying my life. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna see the first half because I'm going out later. I sit down. I see we have a corner. I'm thinking, okay, cool. Just do this. Get back to it. What the hell was Rashford doing? I don't know. But then I look at Onana and I'm just like, brother, what are you doing? Are you driving a Formula One car? What is going on here? So 1-0 down. 1-0 down. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought the exact same thing. I was just thinking, oh no. Every time I think of him now, I just think of that song that he sang last week or the week before.
Oh nah. But anyway, I'll get onto him anyway later on. So we do what we need to do. It comes to they have a corner and the defending. Where is the defending? And I'll allow some things because we're playing a right back at left back because both our left backs are miraculously out for weeks. So we have no left back, but the defending was static. No one marking anyone. And within 4 minutes, we are 2-0 down. When I tell you my head was not on planet Earth, I did not know what to do. I can't say the things that I was saying on Saturday because we'll get banned. As simple as that. I was that mad. And then do you know what was the funniest thing? 11 minutes had gone. We had over 90% possession of the ball.
90.
So you're telling me in 10 minutes we are dominating the game afterwards and we're 2-0 down to Nottingham Forest. So anyway, so we come back, we go 2-1, and then from that point on, it was like, okay, we're back in it. People's minds are back to normal. But the same thing is happening again and again, is that our attackers are going way too forward, and our defenders are back, and there's a massive hole in the middle. And Casemiro, fantastic season last season, but you can tell he's getting on, and he needs help. So when you leave the hole that massive, and then all the people around the hole are being absolute donuts, we're going to be in trouble this season if we don't sort this out. So we need a midfielder. On terms of Onana himself, yes, that goal, stupidity, absolute stupidity. But you know what's annoying? This is now the third game. He has a great game throughout, but then there's a moment of madness. And that's starting to annoy me because I'm like, you can't be great for 95% and then do a howler. And we're getting highlight reels on a weekly basis, and I don't like that. Why? It's like I want to show you. Like, he made some great saves throughout the game. Remember the first game of the season against Wolves saved us completely. Against Tottenham, still great, but this is the third time. I'm like, bro, I need you to be on your A game 100% of the time. You can't be. A man can't feint you with your eyes with 60 yards to go and you already drop. Like, keep on your legs. What else is there? In general, the game wasn't actually that bad. Like, it was literally 10 minutes of madness, and then 80 minutes we came back. But I don't like the fact that we had to come 2-0 down from Nottingham Forest to come up, because there's going to be tougher games along that way.
Who's your friend in the comments? Who is that?
Onana is the Kai Havertz. I don't know who that is.
Hansen Kai Havertz out is his name.
Well, I don't know who that is.
That's just agenda settings, boy. Straight in.
Robin,
but overall,
before you go, a couple extra comments. Assad says Onana won't last long there. In a big game, he's going to cost you, and then it's going to get racial. Baraka says, Onana, what's his name? Onana, what's hood name? Oh, what's his name? Oh,
yeah.
Baraka, that's terrible.
You just missed the comment, bro. See the sense, bro.
Yeah, they're calling him Fabian Barthez. I was.
Do you know what though? Like Oscar, I can't lie. Let me defend Onana on this one, blood. Like, look what he's got, blood. Look what he's got around him, man.
Shut up!
First of all, I'm going to keep his union. I'm going to keep his union. First of all,
you're defending African goalkeepers, yeah.
I'm defending what he is up against, guys. When Onana sat down like a Formula One driver, as Robin's mentioned, did you see the players that were running at him with Taiwo? Right?
Rashford was trying his hardest.
Rashford tried his hardest.
Rashford and Anthony.
He ran. Rashford ran.
And let's not act like Rashford didn't catch him.
It's
he
his
caught
fault.
him and then just stopped and just didn't do nothing about it. Onana's asking himself, like, where are my defenders? Where, like, so what? Both my Pete, I know you didn't see this.
That's what I thought, Pete. When you started talking,
I'm not defending.
When you started talking, I said this guy didn't see the goal. Clearly,
I'm not defending the goal he concedes because it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Believe me. However, I'm talking about his situation at Man United. Full stop. This guy is having. He's having. Listen, when people say Onana's not going to last long, no. This is not the guy to be putting this on. This guy is having. He's going to be doing the work of 11 men at some stage this season. He will have moments where we'll see this.
No, PR.
I'm trying.
I'm including preseason here. Yeah, Onana has had 3 howlers. Yeah, in the past like month. Yeah. And all of them are inexplicable. This is not like a keeper playing the ball out from the back and it goes to the other player. This is not like he gets a hand to a shot and he tips it in and you're like, he should have been stronger there. No, these are clangers, absolute clangers. Every single one of them. It's disgraceful. Why are we not speaking about this more? Why are people not?
No, why is Peter defending African goalkeepers, bro? That's why I need to know, bro.
Listen, of course, I've got the shit, I've got the ammunition.
Yeah, no, and I also agree with what Caesar said. Like, listen,
I cannot believe the sheer volume of chances. Well, that's the thing as well. He's looking at it like, fam, is this Manchester United? Am I sure I've joined the right club? Have I done a Benteke where I thought Villa was in London? Like, we can't actually believe what this man is going through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Robinho.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, throughout the game, he's actually good. But the highlights, there's 3 now.
The highlight reel is peak. The highlight reel is peak.
It's 3 now.
Well, this
and there's many more.
Because of the fullbacks. Because come on, last season the arguments. I'm so sorry. I heard a big chest about Varane and Martinez. Is it not still them two? Are they not one?
No, but
it's still the thing. But the issue now is that, and that's something that's kind of worrying me. He is Champions League this season. Can tell you that. Some people aren't there.
He needs to play though. Get him fit, man. Flipping out. He's off again.
That's the thing. This is the second game where he's come off after 45 minutes. I don't know what it is, but it's nothing concerned. And
how did he pass a medical at Man United? Were you not just desperate to get him in the door? Because he's never fit.
We had. Did you know who our previous centre back pairing is? Let's not do this stuff. Let's not do this stuff. Hey, he's coming in.
The best said with one leg, he's coming in. I'll give it down.
He's coming in. But when I look at the back 4, it's not the issue this season.
It's not.
It's the massive gaping hole in the middle. Because the lack of control invites the pressure to the defense. The defense can do as much as they can, but if there's nothing in the middle to stop the literal 11 man coming, we're gonna be in trouble.
I've seen multiple times of big man Casemiro getting just left,
just there on his ones.
Hey, hold on. What happened to Mount, bruv?
Mount was injured.
Mount was injured.
He's out. He's out.
David, I was ready. He's injured, man.
These man got injured.
He's out. Bro. Look, listen. We have no left backs. Our midfielders is lacking. Our striker. Actually, I was going to say one thing though, guys. Put Rasmus Højlund in your fantasy team this week, because if there's any Man United, when a Man United player goes for a debut, they love an Arsenal goal. I'm just saying it's happening. They love an Arsenal goal. They love an Arsenal goal.
Before we get on to Rasmus, yeah, I need to know who was your centre forward Saturday. That's all I want to know.
Tony Marshall.
Yeah. Did you see when Eriksen scored?
I've wiped my hands.
Did you see when Eriksen scored? Lovely finish, by the way. Deft touch. When he scored his goal, he shouted at Anthony Martial and said, "Get in the box." As he's running back to the thing, because the guy wants no part of it. And the thing is, Man United,
after he scored.
He grabs the ball, he's running, he's like, "Get in the box," and he's running back to the thing. This guy is honestly, the respect for Anthony Martial has completely disappeared. But also, you look at, all the goal scorers. Casemiro's got, like, I swear he's the top goal scorer this season. So it's Casemiro, there's Bruno Fernandes, and there's Eriksen. No forward is scoring for Man United, blood. Like, not Rashford, not Anthony, not friggin' Martial, not Garnacho, not Sancho, none of them. No one is scoring goals for them but the midfield. The midfield is scoring their goals, blood.
Peter, do you know when I think of Manchester United? Do you know what I think? Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man.
Oh, man, homie.
What happened? What happened? This is their team.
Guys, like, this epitomizes the Glazers, man. That's why these men need to go, blood.
Are we gonna blame the Glazers? Are we?
No. I'm saying the stewardship of the club. Like, they've allowed this to happen, bro.
Like, it's been like
I keep saying there's not one issue at Manchester United.
There
is a conundrum.
Multiple.
Thing is, so many issues.
Their thing is they are a team that have to consistently just wait for one person to find form. That's it. If Rashford is not on form, there's no fear in Man United, because then it's like, who else is going to do anything? Realistically speaking.
Yeah. Do you know what's interesting? With the way Man United have performed this season, right? The first 3 games have not been great, okay? There is a beating coming. If we're not paying attention, guys, there is a beating against Man United coming, where you think, oh God, like, as in it's gonna be a Man City, the 6-3s of this world or whatever. Or did Spurs beat you 6-1 at Old Trafford?
Yeah, there's another one.
I feel like this. I don't think it will be Arsenal this Sunday, because we can't even get our house in order at the minute. Had we been playing our normal 11, I think it would have come this Sunday. But there is a beating Man United are going to receive this season. When do you play
I completely agree.
When do you play Man City?
Sometime in October. We are. Our top 6 games are quite spread out this season. They're not like back to back or anything like that.
I'm just looking at your next fixtures now.
Question then.
You're away to Arsenal, home to Brighton. I mean,
that's depending on the deserve. It's not even matter. Then Brighton can give you problems.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, and that's why I said, listen, we've got 5 days left of the transfer order. I need people in ASAP.
Sorry, quick question. Just a very quick question. So you play Manchester City on the 29th of October. It's a Sunday. Why is it at 3:30?
Don't ask me. Why are you asking me? Ask the Premier League.
You're the mayor of Manchester.
Ask the Premier League. Don't ask me.
3:30 on a Sunday. Manchester United are playing City 3:30 on Derby Day on a Sunday.
The thing is, my other question is, has the TV thing come out yet?
Yeah. It's a Sky Sports game. It's literally a Sky Sports.
Maybe they'll edit it later and make it 2:30 or something. Like, maybe it's just like an error.
Not quite sure what's happening there.
It could be an error. So
not quite sure.
When is that game?
Well, don't ask me. Ask the Prem. Ask the Prem.
I
don't make these rules.
Why are you going so far into the calendar?
It's either like I was just waiting to see when did they play Manchester City, but it's far. But there's a beating coming from Man United if they're not careful. Maybe Champions League or something like that. Someone's going to give them.
If we do not finesse these issues in the next 5 days, it's going to be a long season. And the United fans, they need to do what Peter did. Just get on the roller coaster because it's going to be long. It's going to be messy. And it's just going to be ones you just got to hold it. Because I feel like people took last season. We did well last season. We got a trophy. We got to 2 finals. We finished 3rd place. Cool. But we feel like it looks like at the moment we've not progressed from that, and other teams have. And that's going to bite us a lot if we don't address these things now. So, boy, Ten Hag, bro, I'm with you, but you need to sort this out, and you need to sort it out quickly.
What's interesting is with when you sort of went back to the midfield that you kind of had last season, it seemed like it went better than what your new midfield is.
Oh yeah. I told Oscar last week. I said Mount's got 3 games left for me, and then I'm done. I literally told him. I said, okay, yeah, he's got 3 games left.
Your point is Højlund's debut meant to be Sunday? Is it against Arsenal?
So he's now available. That's why I said. I don't know if I'm not saying we're going to win. No, I think if I'm actually, I think it's going to be like a draw. But he's getting a goal. He's getting a goal. That's the thing. That's all I'm saying. I just said put them in your fantasy. You'll get points.
You've got 2 goals this weekend. What the scoreline will be, I could not tell you. But you got 2 goals. There's 2 goals for you. So yeah, regardless.
And one good thing I want to say though, Bruno Fernandes, he fought that whole 90 minutes and played fantastically. He's the only reason why we won that game.
Okay.
Because the first of all, that pass was naughty what he did to Casemiro. Unbelievable.
Yeah. It was a good like routine.
He worked hard. And then obviously the penalty, yeah. I'm so annoyed with these pundits.
Go on.
It was a pen.
Pundits. It's a pen.
It was a pen. I don't know why they
got tackled.
It was a pen, but it's because it's the selling. This guy.
Why are we arguing?
It's because of the selling of the penalty. Like Rashford sold it like he took a bullet to the head. Like he sold it.
If I need you in the hip, I'm going. You will go down. It's a pen. I don't know why people are arguing it's not a pen.
Everyone keeps thinking that pen has to be like the pen that Arsenal got, where it's a very obvious you can't fight a man, but all pens are like.
Vieira got brought down. Like it wasn't even close.
An obvious penalty, but realistically, most penalties are a defender trying to get a ball and mistiming it, and you nick a knee or you touch the thigh, and when you're running full speed, it's gonna get you a penalty. They complain about nothing. They need to move on.
Yeah, we need to move on. United got the penalty. Did Worrell deserve the red card? I'm trying to think. He got
second yellow.
Don't care, mate. Don't care, mate.
It's one of those ones where it's like last man thing, whatever. It's soft, but it's fine.
Balotelli, when is the Club World Cup?
Oh no, he's saying that the reason for the game being at 3:30 is because of the schedule.
The Club World Cup is normally late November or early December. Depends where it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm baffled.
The 12th of December till the 22nd.
It was more of a penalty. Yeah, listen, this is twice now we've had a chat about penalties or something not the penalties. But when other teams do it, we hear nothing. And I'm just like, listen, if we haunt you back in the day in your childhood, you hate us, fair enough. But apply the rules. It's just a pen. If I get brought down in the box, penalty. Why are we questioning it?
You mean it's interesting that because obviously so I listened to the 606 whatever the 5 Live whatever because I was on the road and then obviously I hadn't seen the game yet, so I waited for match of the day. But the way everyone spoke, this is so bent. Both decisions were so bent, and obviously a lot of the Forest fans were like, big team. Obviously we're a little team. It's always going to go against you at Old Trafford. So I thought, okay, some controversy. Then I've looked at both of them. I'm like, do you know what? What are we arguing about here? It's like the Van Dijk one. They were arguing in the studio about whether it's a red card or not. There's no argument. There's no argument.
I think Ali's comment here is a bit disingenuous. He says it was more of a pen than Liverpool against Bournemouth. I had more chat about ours. That's not true.
Liverpool, Bournemouth. I can't remember it now.
I didn't hear
Sky Sports ran a 2-day 2-day program asking about if this applies.
No, are you being serious?
I thought Szoboszlai did a lot.
The Liverpool one, all I heard from that game was that Szoboszlai died for a penalty.
Oh, it was a fantastic dive. No, but that was it.
I'm saying I can hear what they're saying in terms of like I think the Vim is stronger. I feel like than Liverpool. I generally do.
I can't lie. I didn't hear nothing about the United one. I heard like when the pen happened, I saw people tweeting about it when it happened. But post it happening, I think everyone's moved on. Like United won the game. Whereas the Liverpool one, bro, this guy was getting cooked on flipping match of the day.
I was doing skydive in the box.
Yeah, so Szoboszlai was moving crazy.
I can't remember that challenge, funny enough. But
you know the form that he made. Yeah, he fully dived. It was hilarious.
Fully dived.
Yeah, because he had a good game, everyone was talking about his good performance instead of the fact that he blatantly dived for a penalty. But anyway, Peter, where are we going next?
We've got to move over to Stamford Bridge, ladies and gentlemen. Stamford Bridge, Chelsea get their first win of the season. It's been a long time coming. And
guys, I think a Premier League record actually might be broken this year because Luton are trash. Luton are trash. I wanted to give them that Premier League rub like that first season, but after these first 3 games, I was like,
Don't worry, you guys played very well, but Luton are this is a separate point. Luton are bad.
Luton are bad.
No. I think I think let's just let Luton land, innit? Let's just let them.
They ain't had a home game yet.
They don't have a home. Where are they landing? Where are they landing?
I think the Friday night football.
I thought we were done with games and we're still postponing because Luton can't play at home. No, go back down to the Championship.
This Szoboszlai is a disgrace.
That was ludicrous.
It's a disgraceful dive. It's a shocking dive, that one. Sorry. Go back to Luton. Sorry. Luton needs to land in it. Let them get to their house first. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how can you not give home now? No, I'm not hearing it. Go back.
I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it.
It's already embarrassing.
They're not ready, Peter. They're not ready. They're not ready for the Prem.
It's bad enough your stadium is the back garden for someone's home. You haven't even started to play the home game yet. Go home. Go back to the Championship. Go. It's embarrassing.
They got West Ham on Friday night.
September's on Friday.
He had a hat trick before he left. He's going to have it when he's come back.
Guys, if you don't want to see aggro, West Ham United at Luton on a Friday night, guys, it's not pretty. It's not freaking pretty. Let me tell you, that is carnage. Oh my god,
that's going to be a great game of football.
It's a great game of non-league football. Luton do not play ball. I'm so sorry. The Luton I've watched, they don't play football.
Look, hey guys, a lot of good pieces in that team. A lot of good pieces. All right, let's just.
All I recognize the Chong guy, which was the
Chong. I was there like, what's going on there?
Yeah, Chongy, my brother. My brother.
He's horrible.
Hey man, big up Adebayo. He's cold, man. He's cold. Like, they got a team, man. They've got a team.
I don't know what it's for, but they've got a team.
I'm saying I don't know if Luton will get 10 points. Guys, they are not that bad.
They're bad. I'm worried. I'm actually worried.
They had another player that I was like, rah, this guy's there as well. Obviously, Ross Bartley, you know what I'm saying? Marvelous Nakamba.
Marvelous.
I said, nah, Marvelous is not there. What's he doing there?
One player I like out of Luton, and it's the fullback. And you know why? Because he's a City loanee. And I watched him in France. He's a good player. That's the only.
Which one's this one? Who's this one?
He's got dreads. I think he might.
Is it Kabore?
I think so. It begins with a K. I saw him in Afcon. I thought it was good then. And then I saw him on loan. He was at Marseille. I thought it was good then. This is a Prem. It was an easy Prem loan for him. He's the only good player in that team.
Didn't they sign Tim Krul as well?
No, man.
It's gonna be a long season. I tell you what, it's gonna be a long season.
Do you know what worries me about Luton?
Luton at home is a goal difference.
No, Luton. Yeah, no, honestly, but this is what worries me. They're gonna get 3 points from someone. No one's allowed to lose them.
No, I'm so sorry.
There's gonna be one team, and I'm just like,
any team from the top half, not even big city, the top 4. Any team in the top half that's normally in the top half of the Prem. If you don't leave Luton with 6 points both coming away, It's an asterisk. I don't care. I don't care.
No pressure, West Ham. No pressure, West Ham on Friday. It's their first game. Imagine, like that's the thing though. You don't want to face the team's first home game. You don't want it to be against you, man. You don't want that. Like it's gonna be noise. It's gonna be noise on that Friday night.
Kieran said, "How have Luton managed to finesse it into the PL without a stadia that moves?"
Ow!
Man, them, girl, them, huh?
They have a glorified back garden.
A stadia, that's killing me.
Oscar, talk to me, bro. Raheem, bro, your best player. Talk to me,
Raheem the Dream. Hey, he's back,
The boy
He's
from
back.
Brent, huh? Now he's back, yeah. Now you want to talk about him. Talk about him.
Hey, he changed his game. He's playing like a serious player now. He's playing like a guy that actually wants to affect play. No, he has, bro. He came out and said it after the game. He said, "Look, I realized what Poch was on. I needed to do more." So he started speaking to him. Said, "I only want to affect play in the final third." So that's what I like to hear. Don't be coming deep and try to pick up the ball in the second phase of play. We don't need you, Darren. We need you final third, scorers, and that's what he's on, bro. That's what he's on. Big up him, man, because you don't know my thoughts on Raheem. I've never really been a big fan of him as a player. But what's that?
Well, it's fair enough because I think he started the season off like he's enjoying ball and he's actually been playing like every single game so far. It's 3 games. Yeah. 3 games he's been your best, in my opinion, best player.
I think he's Chelsea's best player. I said it last season when they signed him. I said that's their best player straight away. Their best player.
Okay, Pierre, that was that was September last season. But I think what's it? Kevin De Bruyne is injured, right?
See,
the best midfielder in the league is Enzo Fernandez.
Immediate no.
Go away.
The best midfielder in the Premier League is Enzo Fernandez. I've said it now, and it's done.
That's fine. I reject it.
Rejected for who?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's not the best player in the midfield in the league.
Bring your midfielder to me now.
Wait, who did you say? You said the ball's injured, so it's Enzo. Is he better than Rodri?
Yeah.
You didn't believe
He doesn't believe it.
He
doesn't believe it.
He don't believe it.
Yes. Yes. Wait. Yes. Yes.
Don't change it now.
You're
Don't change it now.
You're a liar. He knows.
Enzo Fernandez is the best midfielder in the league outside of KDB.
He's not
up in chest afterwards. It's fine.
Because I have to think about it.
Midfielder.
He's not better than Partey. What are we doing?
Huh?
He's not better than Partey.
I think he's better than Partey either, by the way.
You don't think he's better than Partey?
No.
Are you guys don't think? Okay, cool.
Are you all right, Oscar? You smoking budge?
You think he's better than Bruno Guimaraes?
So, yes.
Yeah, I do. Actually,
yeah. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Big man ting. I think he's better than all of them. Like, I think it's just KDB.
Oscar, that's your business. He's not better than Rodri. He's not.
Why is he not better than Rodri? Well, tell me why he's not better than Rodri.
Rodri's better at defending play. He's better in the midfield dark arts as well, which I don't give a shit. If you're a midfielder,
midfield what?
The midfield dark arts.
I like that. The midfield dark arts. Yeah, you know.
Rodri is like the king. He's taking over seamlessly from Fernandinho. Yeah. Very good pass. Clutch. He's a very good leader. He's got everything you need. He can pass. He can do everything. And he covers the midfield.
I'm sorry. Enzo Fernandez ended the game on Friday as Chelsea captain. He's been here for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Says more about Chelsea than anything else.
Captain. What that mean?
You have no midfield. He's your only player. He's
games followed by Chilwell. I'm not impressed by Enzo getting the captaincy. There's no one there.
Oscar, he's a good midfielder. Let's leave it at that. Let him grow. Let him improve.
So what makes Enzo the second best in the league? Yeah.
Wow.
In opinion? Yeah. First of all, he's one of the best passes in the period.
He's not better than Casemiro either.
Oh my goodness, he's better than Casemiro.
He's not really.
Oh my goodness, he's better than Casemiro. Look,
he's not really.
PR. He's one of the best.
He's got nothing on his CV. This guy. Yeah.
He's one of the best. He's got World Cup on his CV. He's got World Cup on his CV. He's one of the best passers in the league. Yeah, that's standard. He's one of the best at evading pressure. When he gets the ball, you're not getting past. You're not getting it off him. He'll skip past. He knows what to do.
I'd Basuma then. Basuma does it better.
Yeah, Basuma's better than him. Basuma's better than him.
Guys,
He's
total
better than
package,
him.
bro. Total package.
He's
Total package. I'm telling you. You don't believe me now, but you're gonna keep watching Enzo Fernandez. You're gonna keep seeing what I'm seeing.
Listen.
Because this guy, he's the real deal. He's the real deal.
All I said was that he's not better than Rodri, and in my opinion, he's not better than Partey. That's two midfielders. I didn't say he was dead.
He's better. First of all, he's better than Partey. That's not even a conversation.
That's a disgraceful
Rodri,
comment.
I can have a convo with you, but I'm telling you, in about 6 months, I don't think it will be a convo. I think you'll all agree that Enzo Fernandez is the best midfielder in this league.
Maybe in about 2-3 years, but not now. Definitely not now.
Why 6 months? So let me find me saying that he's better than him now then.
Huh?
Let me just find with me saying Partey's better than him now then. You're saying
I'm fine with the fact that you haven't realised it yet.
Wow.
I said the best midfielder in the league is Rodri.
Guys, I'm telling you, I'm seeing it before it happens. You guys have to realise that they're a trash team and we've been trashing you. But I've been watching this boy Enzo Fernandez, yeah, and there's not a second of me that is in any doubt about the quality of this player. He's special.
And now we've
got players to unlock him. I'm telling you, I'm seeing stuff in him that I'm like, bro, there's no one else in the league that can do what Enzo Fernandez can do.
Come to that. In my opinion, in school, I've seen the season out of it. As far as I can see, I don't think from what I've seen of him since he's been here, I don't think he's better than Rodri, and I don't think he's better than Partey. If that changes by the end of the season, fair enough. As of now, I don't think he's better.
Come on, I started talking. So I don't even hype Chelsea like that. So listen when I'm talking.
Actually, you don't rate Martinelli. He does the same thing.
All right, real quick. I got a bounce anyway.
I don't think anyone's saying. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say I got a bounce. Yeah, you lot continue on with the chat. I got to do some errands real quick. But Oscar, you're smoking Buju Banton. Enzo's good, but he's not even in the top 4. Okay, we'll carry on this conversation, guys.
Name the 4 before you go. Name the 4 before you go. Man said Thomas Partey, my back foot. Get out of here.
Oscar, like, are you? Why is he acting like he hasn't seen Partey for the last 10 years? What are you doing?
I've seen Partey crumble when you guys were trying to chase top 4. I saw him crumble. Don't do that.
Is that right? What did Enzo? Oh, sorry. When Enzo came to your club last season in January, what did he do? And where did Chelsea finish? And how many more goals did you concede? And how many more times did you not have possession of the football? And how many more times did you get beaten and dressed up by mediocre football clubs? Where did you finish in the league last season? I rest my case. Listen, I'll tell you what, Oscar, yeah? Let him come and chat to Declan Rice before you want to start talking about Thomas Partey and co, yeah? With that said, people, peace.
He's better than Rice.
Peace.
Better Rice. See you later, PR. But Enzo's better than Rice. Like, we can't that one. Yeah? Look, Enzo's better than Rice. Look, of all the 100 mil players, of all the 100 mil players, I'm certain of Enzo Fernandez, guys. I'm certain.
Yes, I personally think I'm the same with Rice. I think Rice is going to, and plus Enzo's more expensive than Rice anyway. So I think Rice is going to be worth his money. I think Enzo is brilliant. I'm just saying I don't think he's better than Partey. That's what I said. I didn't even say top 4. I just literally said he's not better than Partey.
Okay. But anyway, Chelsea had a game on Friday, innit? And when I saw what Enzo was doing on the pitch, fair enough, it is Luton, but he was special against West Ham, and he was our best player against Liverpool. So I'm not just saying it out of the blue. I've had 3 games to think about this, and I'm like, I don't really see anyone touching this guy. But no, it was really, really good to see Chelsea win. I can't lie, it was really, really good. It was relieving. We ain't played well in a long minute. Shout out Assad talking about team 14 points. If you don't know, get to know. But you know the sad thing about Gusto though, when Reece James got injured, Robin messages me. He says, "Oscar, Reece James is out." I send him a picture. Gusto was already in my fantasy team.
Oh, he's been in my fantasy
team. I should tell you all you need to know about the availability of Reece James.
For a fact, Reece James is going to not be here immediately. I think Gusto's going to.
He's your captain.
He's a figurehead. He's a figurehead.
What's going on?
Your
captain needs to be there. Why are we doing it?
He's posting inspirational messages on Instagram saying I'll be back soon. You know what I mean?
And then
he's not on the pitch at the moment. And then he'll be gone. But you know, earlier we were talking about Forest in the United game. We got Forest next. So this Taiwo Awoniyi guy.
Home or away?
Home, Stamford Bridge. Is it? But everywhere's a problem for us. It don't matter if we're home or away. Everywhere's a problem for Chelsea.
I'm saying it's almost like the size of the pitch and the kind of, because Tyro loves, I'm running at you. He loves a counter. I'm just looking at it and seeing how you play, if you're going to actually give him that.
Yeah, I think he will have the counter attacks. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of whether we have the space, like he's gonna get like look at the chance he scored against Arsenal.
Yeah, it was a Langer running, and he ran.
But it was from corners. Both of them were from corners. Am I wrong?
Yeah, so you're anticipating the same thing that with
Ryan. It's not even about like, oh, you need a huge pitch. Bro, you just need the corner clearance. My man's away. Like Chelsea have to learn from that. If Poch don't learn from that this week, then you know what I mean. You only have yourselves to blame, really. Murad says Chelsea Westway ballers put in work on Friday night. A day off from Ladbroke Grove was worth it. I can't lie. Gusto does look like he's from West, 100%. And a lot of our team have this.
It's the dreads twist vibe.
Yeah, a lot of our team have this hair. You Sassy, you got Chalobah, you got flipping and Kunku. I could go. The list is endless. These men all have the same hair. But the one player I want to talk about just before we move on from Chelsea is Nicholas Jackson. Chelsea have a striker, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea have a number 9, and he finally got his goal. Personally, I think we're in for a long season if he's our only number 9. I'll be real. Like the guy is frustrating to watch.
I agree.
Like, everybody talks about him like he's the greatest thing, like he's Drogba reincarnated and da. But I'm like, guys, Drogba's first season, he scored 10 goals. I need more than 10 league goals. I need more. I need more. So you can be Drogba 2.0, but who's bringing me the goals? Because Lampard was there back in 17. Like,
waiting. Their philosophy is if we can get Jackson getting comfortable, getting form ready, in time for Nkunku to come back, hopefully he'll pick up the slack.
I think they're going for. I think Chelsea are going to go for Ivan Toney as well. I'll be honest.
In January, but that still requires you guys to wait until.
Yeah. But I think that's the play. I think that's what we're trying to do. I'm not too stressed about how we look at the moment. I feel like we've got a very, very, very easy run coming up. Like I said, we've got Forest next. I think we've got Bournemouth after that. And it's just a decent run of games where players like Jackson can get used to it, get some goals, get some wins under our belt. But if we don't win, it's looking very, very scary for your boy Pochettino. But you ain't heard the last of Chelsea in the transfer window. When's deadline day, Robin?
Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday, September. Friday is September.
I thought it was closer than that, you know. I looked at it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's
How many centre backs do you have that fit, by the way?
What's that?
No, how many centre backs do Chelsea have that are fit?
That are fit. We've got Disasi that's fit. We've got Thiago Silva that's, barely.
That's what I'm saying.
We've got Levi Colwill. I'm trying to think who was on our bench. I don't even know. I think that's about it. Chalobah's not fit. And Badiashile is coming back from injury.
That's what I was only asking because of Thiago Silva. I'm not saying that he's some kind of rap, but I'm just saying there's a very clear situation there.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think we'll be all right for the next couple of weeks. There's not going to be much to say about Chelsea, but I do expect some incoming coming in. So I think we're going to get another attack. Yeah, I think
who bought the world? Who?
There's more to buy. I think we'll either get a striker or an attacking sort of 10. I think Chelsea go and break the bank again. I'll be real. We go forward. I think Chelsea wanted Kudus.
I think why you didn't.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me either. Kudus going to West Ham.
Yeah, the only thing I think is he's definitely got a clause in there because Brian hadn't had the bid that was done and he stalled on it, and apparently there's been a clause. So I guarantee it. West Ham put a clause in saying if I want to cut in 2 years, you can't block me.
No, you have to never underestimate the ability of people to sign stupid contracts. Like I think he just signed a deal.
No. Do you know why I said I'm only saying this is because he literally didn't sign a deal with Brian because they wouldn't put a clause in his contract.
Oh, is that why? Oh, okay, yeah.
He wants to shop at Westfield, didn't it?
Oh, that too.
Yeah, I hear that.
He wants to live in London. I hear it, man.
He's going to go one of two ways. He's either going to actually ball or he's going to go to party room and be like, you'll see him out If he was here long enough, he would have been.
Shoreditch. You see him in Shoreditch?
Big
out there.
He'll be there. The announcement was banging though. The announcement video was banging.
Yeah. Yeah, so other than that, like I don't see nothing to worry about for Chelsea. Assad says, I can't lie, bro. I'm worried for Forest. Last season they caused us issues, gave United and Arsenal scares. And Awani was a thorn in our side. Like I think we'll win the game, innit? I'm not too fast. Like you just gotta get Disasi to sort him out because Disasi's a big guy, innit? He can hold that. So Chelsea play around Cup Wednesday. Do you know what the maddest thing about this game is? Apparently, it's not televised anywhere. Like you can't watch the game.
Who are you facing?
I think it's Wigan on Wednesday at Stamford Bridge.
It's probably any team that you'll beat with someone else. It's fine.
Yeah.
You got no faith. On spirit, you got no defenders, and maybe you never know.
Nah, man, we'll be. I think we'll be fine. The only the final conversation that I think people are asking me about for Chelsea is we need a left back apparently because Baraka says he doesn't rate Chilwell.
Nothing. He's what's the West Ham fullback?
Cresswell.
He's a prettier Cresswell. It's literally that's it.
He seems hindered. Sorry, guys, is my mic sounding off? Can you hear me clearly or what?
So you go, you come and go. Your Wi-Fi is
your Wi-Fi.
I'm sorry, guys. There's not much I can do. I'm really sorry. I don't know what to say.
You close them tabs, whatever tabs you have open.
Bro, I've got nothing. I literally just have StreamYard. I literally have nothing else open. It's not. I think it's a Wi-Fi thing more than a tab situation. But,
Sure, is fine, but if it's like one of those ones where I don't think it's like depending on what you do with Cucurella, who I do think would do well under Pochettino, by the way, that's my opinion on that. But it's not like a pressing thing like your lack of like a main striker or like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it's you could replace him, but then I'm trying to think in my head who would be in this kind of time. I don't know. But he is mid. Well, a bit, no, he's not mid. He's better than mid, but he's not in that. He's not in special.
But I think it's very Chelsea to sign a bunch of players and then relentlessly complain about one position that's not being good and act like, oh, once we fix that position, that's the magic key, and then we go spend 100 million on a left back, and then it will be another position that needs to be fixed.
I mean,
typical Chelsea.
Trying to sell Alonso again, take him back.
No, thank you. No, thank you. There is rumors of Manchester United wanting Marc Cucurella though.
That was so.
Personally, I think he's a good left back. I think he's a good left back. I think he's just been misused.
Okay. I'm not feeling him. Like when he went to Chelsea, I was just like, "Oh, you're a system." I felt like he's more of a system player. That makes sense.
Maybe a bit more. I think he's also. I think, depending on what Ten Hag is looking to do, the whole kind of the way he plays, I think, would in terms of like he's a baller. Like I think he's a bit more of a Zinchenko mode than he is a Luke Shaw kind of actual defender kind of thing. But I think if you coach him well, he's a good player. I like him.
It's not who we need to be looking at, but that's not. It's not. We're not talking about United now. But yeah, Chelsea, you're off the board.
Lola rates Cucurella and cusses me for Martinelli. Okay, sis.
I can't like a player.
I think Cucurella is he deserves more time at Chelsea.
He's a good player. If he's coached well enough, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think he's like cool yet. I think last season he struggled, man. He really, really struggled. But like, if Pochettino's who they say he is, then surely you can work something. You can work something out.
I'm a person who's like a thing of like one season. I'm not gonna use that to destroy you unless you are like you know what I mean. You were good the season before. I'm not gonna use one season. It's like with Basuma. Basuma was trash under Conte, and then look what happened. You know what I mean? Like
when I Basuma, I was like, no, that's never Basuma. We saw Basuma in this league enough to know that it was a Conte situation. Whereas with Cucurella, I think it's a bit shorter. The time span is a bit shorter. He only had 1 year. But, you know, I started saying here, he can't defend, he can't attack. I'm sorry. We saw this guy create the most chances from any fullback in the league at Brighton.
Like, again, I'm not saying he's like a freaking second coming or anything. I just think he's better than he's been given credit for, and he's just had a bad season. Like, he's better than this season, that's different. That's 2 seasons.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I think we can move on from Chelsea. Like, good week for us. Happy first win of the season. We're not getting too carried away. Feet on the ground. But there is one team that is getting me a little bit carried away. I want to know if you lot are in the same boat as me. Yeah. Endo's saying, let's talk Tottenham.
Why we talk about Tottenham, bro?
Nil.
Guys, we know what's gonna happen. Let's just relax.
What's gonna happen? Tell me, David.
They're gonna fall off the cliff, man. They're gonna do Tottenham things, man.
Why though? Why? Do you not think Andrew's got it figured out this time?
Yeah, don't worry. Wait till everyone kicks into gear, in it.
I don't disagree. Like I think Tottenham. I don't think Tottenham are gonna look for anything like that. But they look like a good side. Like they actually look decent. Whereas Conte had them looking terrible. Like they look like a team that I will want to watch going forward, and they weren't that in the last 2 seasons.
I think they're playing better. I'm not trying to like go too far ahead of any of the teams. Like in the 3 games and some of the games I saw, like they've been playing legit well. Like I said about when I said about Basuma, you could clearly see, oh, someone's actually playing me correctly. Even the Saar and then Madison, how it was Spurs who got Madison. I don't understand.
Madison starts for all our teams.
I don't understand why it was Spurs who bought him. That was weird. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like the biggest thing is I still don't trust the defense. Because Ramiro I've said it for time, and it's happened every single. He keeps getting away with so much stuff, and it's very irritating. But they'll pretend like it's some kind of like top class. Oh my gosh, Van Dijk defender. But every single game I watch him, he does something, and he either gets caught or he doesn't. But it's always something he should be caught for, and it happens every single game. So it's like to say I don't trust the defense, and I don't. And Richard again, what did he do in this game? And he got subbed off. Like he's just there.
He got subbed off. He was hella moody when he got subbed off. But it's like, brother, you're not doing nothing.
You were dead.
You're not doing anything. So yeah, I feel like I don't really care about Richarlison's strops. Like the guy's not impacted the team. So.
He's doing absolute niche. That's why.
I like what Andrew's here. Shout out to Nath. He says Porro and that Destiny you love to get pound view. Attacking fullbacks, man. That's what we're on. We're not really on the defensive thing.
I put stock to him early. I rate him a lot. I'm annoyed Spurs got him. I think he's going to be absolutely mental. He will get better at the 1v1 stuff. But I generally think that's a really good fullback there, and it's very annoying that he's at Spurs.
What do you think?
I don't care for Porro, man. He's there.
Fair enough. I like the midfield 3 of Spurs, man. I like that Saar, that Basuma, Madison, that 3. Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice. It's PMP and Tech, which is I keep screaming. Yeah. It's both PMP and Tech, and it's beautiful. Yes, I call him Richard when he gets his goals, and I call him Richarlison.
Yeah,
he's the man now. There ain't no Kane. Kane's living life in Munchen.
I think if they'll just stick some up there and then find another winger because I don't know what Charleston's going to do for them.
Okay, cool. We spoke about Spurs. Let me just.
No, wrap up because I was going to say there's a surprising win over the weekend that I didn't expect to happen.
Yeah. Well, I was going to go through the rest of the Saturday games quickly, and then we can touch on the Sunday ones. Brentford won, Crystal Palace won. Nothing to write home about. Everton 0, Wolves 1. Everton.
In the mud.
Everton. Please. And honestly, I don't like them. I need them relegated. I've been teased for the past few seasons. I need them gone.
Guys, that's it. You can't lose at home to Wolves. This Wolves. You can't expect to stay in the league losing to this Wolves. Get out of here. Get out. Crazy. Sean Dyche of all managers.
Sean Dyche, it's all leaky. You're gonna get fired.
Right, everyone's saying it in the comments, man. Everton, Michael down. The other game was a crazy one. David, talk to me. Your boys West Ham went to the Seagulls and won 3-1.
Yeah, they let me. The seagulls let me down, man. Cost me.
What the heck was that?
We got just dunked on for like.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah,
they got slapped.
They got slapped.
This wild because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like the way I was flying. Big up James Ward-Prowse again with a goal. And then Antonio decides that he wants to just be a serious striker now. What's going on there? Like
that was high by December, but for now it was beautiful.
Okay, interesting. We
know what's gonna happen. He's
anything to say on the Zerbi moving mad, or is it just?
I think it was a different kind of hair gel this time. I don't know how spiky it was, and I think that played into the formation of what was going on because. Yeah, but no, you win some, you lose some, innit? I don't think that changes anything for the Zerbi. I think they'll be back next week.
It's just one of those ones where West Ham were they were on it. They've got their players in form early for once. So later on, like I said, the only one Bowen I think will actually go a full season of actually being good. I don't trust Antonio, and I have reason to do that because it's Antonio. He's a patch man. He'll end up with whatever. Will he outscore? What I'm looking at is if he will outscore Richard. That's the best part I'm looking at. If he outscores Richard, it's going to be hilarious.
They're saying West Ham is improving without Rice.
Yeah, we'll see. I think they'll fight the first game. So.
Yeah. Wait until Europa starts, and then we can say.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of it, you're saying Europa starts, but man, the first game in Europa, they came to the Premier League. They went to Burnley. They slapped them 3-1. You see Aston Villa, yeah? Serious team right there. Serious team right there. Yeah. Big up Aston Villa, bro. Matty Cash 2 goals. Musa Diaby. It's looking serious. I didn't watch the game, innit? I didn't see what happened in this one.
The goals look nice. What's his name? My man who was the Italian guy who came from Turkey. Was it Zaniolo?
Oh, Zaniolo.
Yeah, he was alright.
Did he start?
No, he came on. He was alright though.
Oh, Zaniolo's there. Yeah, I didn't even realize he'd arrived.
He looks slow though.
Yeah, he's Italian.
No, but I never watched it. But I was like, when you see someone, you're like, oh, you think you're running really quick, don't you?
Yeah, I watched a lot of him because when Tammy first went to Roma, I was watching all the Roma games.
Don't get me wrong, he actually played well when he came out. I'm just saying, he looked like in his head he was running like Flash, but he looked slow as hell. It was hilarious.
No, it's a good signing. It's a good signing in my opinion. It's a good signing.
They've got Diaby, him. I'm forgetting people.
Yeah.
Tielemans. I don't think Tielemans starts. It's hilarious.
Assad says kudos on that Diaby prop he's cooking. Yeah, man. Diaby was a no-brainer for me. I felt like a Premier League team had to take a gamble on him.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted, and I'm annoyed we didn't get. That's the one I actually.
Yeah, because you guys were linked to them in January, innit? There was talks of him going to Arsenal in January.
It was like whatever it was, but like he's a bad boy. I like him a lot. So that's a very good signing.
Yeah, because he looks like how like you sign a player, yeah, like a Havertz. Or a flipping, I don't want to make it about Arsenal, but like, I don't know, like an Anthony or whatever.
You're like,
they're going to have to adjust to the league. They're going to take time. They're those kind of players. I knew from the moment Diaby came to this league, he was going to take the ball, take the game by the scruff of the neck, and he was going to impose himself on the game. He was never going to allow, I need to wait 5 weeks to settle into the Premier League. He's just that kind of player that just takes the ball and moves. So, yeah, man, I didn't have any doubts that he was going to be a good asset for Villa. And straight away, 2 goals in 3 games? Can't complain.
Especially because now Bailey, shock, he's injured again.
Yeah, I don't think Leon Bailey plays for Villa. I don't think of that club because this guy, every day. Okay, the other game that we have not yet mentioned is Sheffield United 1, Manchester City 2. Interesting events in this game. Haaland missing a penalty. Costing a lot of points. He scored in the end anyway because he's still Erling Haaland. Did anyone here think City were going to drop points?
No.
Nope.
Even when they got close?
No.
They got close?
No. I literally said it's going to be a late. I thought it was going to be a late arse goal and they'll win it because it's early enough that it's like, I don't trust it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Look at what happened immediately after Sheffield United scored. They basically almost scored again. Like it is what it is. And it didn't bother me. I was like, all I saw it as is like Walker was giving his childhood club a little gimme.
Hey, Nave said Bailey might be at Carnival. Hey, this is. You lot are crazy, man. You lot are crazy. That's hilarious. Yeah, Nathan also saying Walker was on the ropes.
He gave his actual club a little bit of a nice taster. Yeah, he's not going to win the game, but little taster for you.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, guys. Who's player of the week?
My vote goes to Darwin Nunez.
That is a nice one.
Oh, yeah, it's very hard to beat him, isn't it?
Honorable mention for Matt Cash, whatever his name is. Matt Cash.
Yeah, big up him.
Yeah, I'll give it to Darwin Nunez. Still.
Raheem Sterling, man. Come on.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling. But
I'll go Nunez just because the game's state in it.
Yeah, no, I think I said Sterling. I think Nunez the best, like crazy. I'm gonna go with Darwin Nunez. Robin, any disagreements there?
Nope. It was my vote. Darwin Nunez.
All right, player of the
week
is Darwin Nunez. Team of the week.
West Ham.
I'm gonna go West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham United put on a serious showing.
West Ham.
Serious showing. I can't give it to Wolves because look at them, man. Look at them. But yeah, West Ham United. I don't think there should be much. I don't think there should be much arguments there. Pick up David. He says West Ham did well. So West Ham United is our team of the week. Question, guys: who is goal of the week? I mean, besides Pereira.
I like Bowen's goal personally. The touch and shot for me was really nice.
Okay, interesting. That game I would have gone Antonio. But
now I like Bowen's more. I don't know why. The finesse of it all, I just kind of like the ease of it, and then
Sterling's goal was quite good. His first one.
Yeah. No, he did well. Like he cut inside, saw stuff a couple players. That was good.
Rodri, I don't like Rodri's goal. Woo!
I just remembered that. Yeah, Rodri.
It was a banger, bro. Top bins.
Yeah, fair enough.
It was top bins, mate.
I'm Rodri's one. I think my one is still gonna go to but these men are talking about Nunez. Nunez's goals were cold. Both of them. All right, we need to vote. All right, Robin, where are you going?
Rodri. Fantastic.
Rodri. David, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm going Rodri. I won't lie. He slapped.
Lola, what we saying?
I'm still saying Bowen. I liked it.
Yeah, man. I'm sticking with my boy Raheem Sterling. So I guess goal of the week go to Rodri. Up him, fantastic goal, fantastic game. Robin, who's not that guy?
Why me?
Wait, why did I say Robin? No, because David's not even here most weeks. I'm still used to saying Robin. David, you're finally back. Yeah? You're finally back. Right,
David is not that guy.
Who's not that guy, bruv? Do you know what it is? Yeah, we could give it to Tete from Fulham for giving away a stupid penalty. What a ridiculous challenge, mate. It's an absolute stinker, blood. To get us back in the game. You could give it to, what's his name, Bassi as well, for that stupid foul and got himself sent off. You could give it to Eddie Howe. That's a good shout, Nave. It's a good shout, blood. 10-man Liverpool and you still lose the game. It's a stinker, blood.
They're calling him Eddie Howler.
I could give it to Mike Dean because he didn't want to send his mate to the VAR screen, innit? to follow the rules that you're paid to do, blood. But I think it has to go. News has been in the headline for a couple weeks now. Mum's locking herself in church in protest.
And starve.
And starve and going to the hunger protest. Yeah, my man, Spain win the Women's World Cup. Yeah, my man decides to, Look at Oscar's face, blood.
No, we're here again. I swear he got it. 2 weeks ago.
You lot gave it to him.
Yeah, last week.
Because the story has developed.
The story has developed, blood.
Yeah.
My man refused to resign, and saying there are feminists out there to get me. The Spanish Federation has asked UEFA to suspend them because the Spanish government is getting involved. So which means that all the Spanish teams can't compete in Europe. Spain can't. It's an absolute sticker, lad. Hey, Manuel Rubiales, lad. You're not that guy, blood.
My whole chest. I need suspend yourselves in it. Yeah, come on. You see how quickly they'll replace you. Every top player in your league will disappear. And I hope your mom starves as well. Nonsense people.
No,
wait,
but the problem is,
have you guys seen the video of like when all the girls are collecting their medals and he's hugging on all of them?
Man's yanking them all. Like it's normal.
This guy's a criminal, you know. He's a criminal.
Apparently he started grabbing things, bro. He's
share with them.
Man.
Live vote. He was doing a lot.
Mate, that is a mad thing.
Yeah, he was moving mad. He was moving, and Hermoso, man, he grabbed her. He said the kiss was consensual.
Mate,
this guy's crazy, man. This guy's crazy. Yeah, Murad said he called them false feminists. He said a witch hunt. The thing is, how can it be a witch hunt? We saw you in 4K. Like we all saw you. Like
there's live evidence. Live.
It's like if this happened behind closed doors, maybe you could cry witch hunt. We saw it in 4K Ultra HD. What's going on?
The whole world. The whole world saw.
It's a stinker, mate.
Crazy guy. Crazy.
It's a stinker.
Nah, it's insane. It's insane. It's Endo, relax, brother. Relax.
Yeah.
I don't care. No, his mum said she wants to starve. I said, do what you want then. She can starve then. She chose to.
Yeah. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe he's just passionate. I don't know.
Nah, mate. Yo, that's a howler, bruv.
Yeah.
It's a howler, mate.
It's a stinker. It's a stinker. All right, man. Any other not that guys? Like any other honorable mentions?
Shout out to my F1 goalkeeper. Allah.
Yeah. or Nana and Ramsdale, bruv. Flipping next, blood.
Other guys, the entirety again of the MLS because they look bad. I know Messi's a Messi, but they all look bad.
Listen, Messi plays every 3 days and he's scoring bangers.
Don't get me wrong. I've seen games of MLS before. The start, oh my god, Messi's shining so deeply. They're bad. They're so bad.
No, I want to believe it's Messi though.
No, I'm so sorry. Miami were the worst, like by far. And they're still.
Did you see the before and afterwards? Their fixtures before they got Messi, they were taking L's left, right, and centers. Since Messi has joined, it has been W's. Just nothing but.
Messi things, you know, a couple of like brilliant assists, a couple of goals. No, everyone is actually moving mad. They're all but you know what? I rate his team because you've got randomers like that Taylor guy. I don't know who he is, but randomers in that team are now starting to like try some new passes from the scoring these nice guys. Like, okay, this is what happens when you put a good player in your team.
Listen, they brought back Barcelona 09. And the whole league is suffering.
Oh my gosh. Man's got freaking the Alvarez was doing freaking back heel part. Oh my back it's shambolic. Like,
yeah, it's a real Globetrotters type feel thing. Like every game is just a bit mad, isn't it? It's just a bit mad. Huh? Excuse me? Well, I'm seeing here. Rule New York for selling Messi merch in their club stores. Excuse me?
You have to tell me they don't do that for every club, yeah? Oh, that is shameless.
Listen, they're trying to make that.
Excuse me, they sold Messi merch. Red Bull, they sold Messi merch.
They're trying to get that money, bro. They're saying, Miami can't just get all this Messi money, bro. They bring that over here, bro. We don't play for us, yeah.
Can you imagine if that happened in the Premier League? That's crazy.
You know,
maybe it's a fix. Messi has a share in the league. How does that make it a fix?
It's not fixed. It's just he's messy. It's just what happens. Like he got a very good deal for going there.
I said DeAndre Yedlin is his right back. Is probably
he is though. He's balling as well. Look,
okay. There's Endo's made a separate comment. It's not to do with Messi. Like, it's completely separate. He said, Oscar, did you see that white girl on TikTok who failed her GCSEs? Her parents were so calm, confident in her. Meanwhile, man were getting luggage thrown away that Heathrow for failing. I don't think I saw that TikTok. I saw one of a girl. Is it the one where she sat in the back of a car and she's just like, she reads her results and they're not good? I don't know. I feel bad. These are kids, man. I can't be laughing.
Maybe it's because I grew up with shame, yeah. But I'm so sorry. I'm not doing.
Yeah,
why are you putting your results live?
I have failed. If I open it and I have failed, it's not being posted. You mad? I don't.
Yeah. How can you press post?
Shame in my heart for that to be. No, not doing that.
How can you press post? That's crazy. That's insane.
Mate, it's long, bruv. Kids these days, man.
Well, Endo was that Endo's question of the week? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, he said, yeah, she sat in the back of the car. And they've said, I'm not lying. They had his logo on a shirt in their club store. It's a disgrace question. Okay, Endo.
That's a wild question.
Is Endo okay? No, you got one question this time. Go away. What the hell was that?
Endo, you got one question and you ruined it. We're not answering this. We're not answering this. He's a child. This guy's crazy. Baraka said Atlanta United debuting their 404 ATL Lions kit is a dub in my book.
I'm not going to feel like I follow MLS. I've seen clips.
I can't lie.
What's
the only thing I know about Atlanta United, they've got a bang over stadium. That's it. That is all I know.
Murad wants predictions. I'm going to go through the top games from the weekend. First things first, 3 o'clock. I'm not doing the game. I'm going to set up Friday morning. It's Sheffield United versus Everton. Guys, make plans. Go to brunch. Do something. Because that game is trash. We ain't watching that.
I saw an advertise. I said, John, why are you putting up your lion? The lion of the... I can see you trying to hype it. It's nonsense. And you know it.
Sheffield United versus Everton. Get out of it. 3 p.m. Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. What were we thinking? I'm
going to go 3-1. 3-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, 2-1 Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah, should be. Manchester City at home to Fulham.
City win, mate.
City 4-0.
If it was at Craven Cottage, I would have probably said a draw. It's at the Etihad. Nah.
If it was at Craven Cottage, I would have said City would have won 1-0, 2-0. If it's at City, it's 4-0 minimum.
Yeah, I think if Calvin was there, I would have said for City. He's not, so I'm gonna say 5-0. Brighton versus Newcastle, 5:30 kickoff. That's a game.
That's a nice game.
Oh, it's a very nice game.
Tasty game there.
I'm saying draw.
Draw. Yeah.
Who's at home?
Brighton.
Draw. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I'll go score draw. Let's go 2-2.
Score draw. Okay, interesting. Most people saying draw for this. Fair enough. The other big game on guys. My first rant of the season is about to come. Yeah, Premier League television TV scheduling. You've done it again. Yeah, you had another stick up because on Sunday at 2 p.m. Sky Sports is showing Crystal Palace versus Wolves.
But you're not showing Liverpool against Aston Villa.
Meanwhile, Liverpool are playing Aston Villa and it's not televised. These guys make me sick. These guys, this is why. People are asking me last week, why do you not have Sky? I can't see it. This is disgraceful. This is disgraceful. How is Liverpool versus Aston Villa not on TV? But you're hyping Sheffield United versus Everton. And you want me to respect this country as a footballing nation?
No. If you see the 3 p.m. blackouts here, need to go, bruv. It needs to die.
It needs to die. And they
it's
keep
so
putting good
archaic.
teams there. Why do they keep putting good teams there? I don't really understand it.
Yeah, but Villa are 5-0 up in their conference. They're calm.
Come on. They can play Louis Barry in them, man. They can play.
They will qualify.
I against the top team, Villa will lose 4-2.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Interesting. I'll go for a Liverpool win as well.
That Newcastle game showed me he's still there. Where he will start well, then he will vacate the midfield when a good team plays him, and it'll be a madness and back and forth, and they'll lose that game 4-2.
Liverpool with no Van Dijk as well, so interesting one.
I forgot. Okay, maybe.
It's Anfield, mate.
That's true. No, yes, I'll keep it 4-2.
And Endo says if 3 p.m. blackouts go, Soccer Saturday and Final Score will have no jobs. No, they could still have a
They
job.
will still have their jobs.
Because they could just show the goals. They could just show you what's happening in the games while all of them are on.
Have you watched the when they have the Prime games on? They've got all the games on, but they have that one where it's like they just have the soccer like a show.
Yeah,
that is like the thing they always do, but they show just do that.
Yeah, they even do that for Champions League nights as well on BT Sport.
Do that because you can still watch it.
Everyone's playing. They got Bear Man reacting to all the different games.
And listen, every other country in Europe still
can
have
watch
games
it
where they can watch it. Americans can watch it, all that stuff, and they can watch that game.
Doesn't make sense in this country. We can't watch it, but Americans are enjoying.
It's dumb. It's dumb. It's the dumbest.
Are you
most
taking
outdated.
the mic?
Yeah,
but I'm mucking it off, bro.
We could be here forever. All right. Top 4 podcast is back Monday at 8 p.m. The first topic we'll be discussing next week, Monday, is Manchester United versus Arsenal. 4:30 Sunday, guys. The big one. The big one.
I think it's going to be a draw.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal because we're home.
That's very optimistic.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal only because we're at home. They'll score, but recent history, it will be a draw or a win. I'm leaning towards a win because I don't particularly rate either team. I don't particularly rate United's lack of fullbacks or their midfielders, whatever. So the new guy or Rashford will score. We will score 2. It will be fun. It will be banter. It's Arsenal United, and like,
yeah, it will be. It won't be a straightforward.
It'll be funny.
Yeah, it'll be funny.
Yeah. It won't be like Arsenal the better team, so they win. No,
it'll be 2-1 to Arsenal in my opinion, and the second goal will be a penalty because something stupid would have happened.
Yeah, Arsenal win.
Onana's gonna fly kick. You remember before when I think Ospina like speared someone in the box.
Yeah,
that's what Onana will do. Like, maybe not exactly that, but something stupid, and it'll be a penalty.
I mean, he kind of did that already, but I know what you mean. I'm gonna go for an Arsenal win. I think Arsenal will just be too strong for Manchester United, but a great game, I'm sure. Endo says I'm gonna go 3-2 because Arsenal can't.
But yeah, the only other thing this week is the draw for the Champions League.
Oh snap! I forgot that's happening. When's that?
Yeah, Thursday, 5 p.m. our time.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care, mate.
These draws done at 5 p.m.
It's because they're also doing that ceremony where they give the best player for Europe. Blah blah blah. So they always do that. But as long as Arsenal get Bayern, I'm happy.
I don't care. I don't care about the draw. Let's just play, bro.
Listen, I need Harry Kane to come back.
Huh?
How can you care about the draw?
I'm ready. Just play the games. We've got to play everyone. So just play. Let's go, man.
I mean, you can play everyone. You could be out in the group stage talking about play everyone.
It is what it is, then, isn't it?
If I catch you in Europa, then you'll care about the draw.
Yeah, we'll catch us in Europa. Catch us in Europa when Europa is what it is, bro.
To be honest, if we're actually talking about a draw and after Bayern,
I'm bored of these draws, man. I don't get excited anymore, man.
Bayern, Kane will get it
anymore. What do you mean? You haven't been in the Champions League draw for like 6 years. What do you mean anymore?
Bro, it's dead, man. All the anticipation. Oh, who's gonna get? Move, man. Let's play the games, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I care about knockout draws more than group stage draws.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
We'll get Bayern or we'll get Barca. It'll be the usual kind of thing that always happens. If it's Bayern, Kane will get his penalty. Like he won't do much. He'll get a penalty there. So that's what it is.
But look, in all honesty, the Champions League is there to be won this year. The only serious team in that competition is Manchester City.
I hear that.
That's the only serious team. Every other team has an opportunity to win the Champions League. If you can avoid Man City, you're basically in good stead to win that competition.
I'd also say Real Madrid. because Real Madrid's looking nice.
Get out.
Stop
it.
Jude.
Stop it.
Jude,
Stop it.
my brother.
It's heritage. It's still Real Madrid.
It's still Real
Stop,
Madrid.
man.
And Jude, I'm backing Jude all the way.
Do you know what it is?
Guys,
I just kind of want to see the Jude celebration in front of, like, I don't know, like United or don't know, but that arms out
from the Emirates, yeah.
Shut up. Anyway.
We can't get Madrid at the moment, so no.
All I'm saying is Jude came to Stamford Bridge last year. We didn't see nothing. We didn't see none of that. Yeah. Hans was by his side.
Dortmund.
No, we didn't score.
I think I'm City. Sorry.
Hands were by his side. Couldn't do that. But big up Jude, man. He's out here scoring goals, bro.
Enjoy him. They'll hate him in a minute because that's what Madrid fans do. But they'll love him again.
Okay, last question from Endo before we go. He says, why do people give B-Day shout-outs to their parents on social? Is your mum going to reply? Love, G. It's so corny and sneaky.
Endo, go to bed, man.
People can't open it like their parents again.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Thank you for birthing me.
Telling people that you love their mum. It's not like...
Yeah, I think we should end the podcast.
I mean, he had to redeem himself because his last question was horrific. And I wasn't even going to read that one. So, big up Endo and big up everyone that's been listening. Keep it locked. If you haven't liked it already, then what are you doing? Like the video, please. Give us a follow. And we will be back next week, Monday. And if you didn't catch it all, it's all available on audio. It'll be out this week on podcast, Spotify, what's the other one? SoundCloud, iTunes, all them places. So go get it. Thanks for working with us. Thanks for listening with us. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Peace.